All right, we should be live. Um, what's going on, y'all?
Yeah, I'm good.
Um, shit. I didn't expect to get a chapter today at all. Like, I mean, the One Piece schedule has been messed up. Honestly, it hasn't been consistent at all. So, I mean, I'm happy, but it's just a surprise. So, Asher, you had manga stream, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we about to get right into this chapter. I'm on page one, chapter 816, dog versus cat. Does that mean they're gonna fight?
Wait, dog versus cat?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I was thinking it said something else because I'm looking at the thing. It's like a Robo Frankie, like some shit like that.
They look like they're on the page one, they're reacting. We see Tom,
Tom,
Kokoro.
you mean Iceberg?
Yeah, iceberg.
That
So,
Tom's like
yeah,
he's the guy
yeah,
that fucking got stabbed.
the guy that died. But yeah, iceberg, Kokoro, and Frankie's family basically reacting to it. So that's cool. All right, about to go to page two. Oh, that's the regular One Piece shit. Page three. And let me quickly look at the chat and see who here. Um, got Seamaster, Samurai, and Goku, Blazer Knight XZ, Chris Crumbs, Razvan, Waterlaw. What's up, y'all? I appreciate you guys stopping by. But all right, let's go. I'm on page three, Ashra, with Nekomamushi. Wait. Wait, theory? Hold up.
Yeah.
All right. I'm on. Hey, Ashra,
Yeah.
where you left?
No, I was on the page was open on the channel where I'm talking to you right now, and I wanted to go on the live stream to
Yeah.
look at the thing, and I accidentally was on the page. So I,
Okay. So then you exited out of it.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I'm on page four now.
okay.
Yo, brace yourself, man.
Ha, is that good?
So you've already read it?
Mm. Yeah, man.
Okay.
All right, let's
Page
go.
four, Sanji shit.
Yeah, some Sanji looking real French. All right, let's go to page five. Okay. Hey, this is bad. An emergency situation grave enough to shake the entire country. It looks like Kinemon and the others made it onto the island. Yeah, because all y'all fell asleep. Yeah, all three of us dozed off, damn it. This
So
entire country.
so
Huh?
that would mean that Raizo theory that was going on,
Yeah.
they,
Yeah, it's
it's
not true.
bullshit now. It's bullshit now. That not that Raizo to put them to sleep. It's bullshit. So they just they fell asleep naturally.
Seems like they just fell asleep.
Yeah,
This
and they
entire
realized that.
country.
And
Huh?
they fucking realized. I think they realized it because they saw the dragon, and there's like a tiger next to it. So they immediately knew that they were there.
Yeah. It said this entire country, the Makomo dukedom, was almost razed to the ground because of Raizo, a samurai they'd never even seen or heard of. If they happened to meet samurai looking for that very same Raizo, there's no way that they'd let him off easy. We really have to find those two and stop them. By the way, is it just me or is someone ringing a bell? Wow.
Oh, it's the monkey.
Yeah, it's the goddamn monkey. It's Bariete's bell.
So it's confirmed. It's not Raizo. I knew it, man. It was a fucking Mink. There's no
Yeah.
way he could have been Raizo.
Urgent news goes through Samurai, goes through Samurai have come. Duke and Arashi Barietti ringing the town bells. Yes, I know. We're going to the capital. Wow. Dang, everybody's on the move. Those of you that can move, come with me. Yes. Says that bell is quite clamorous indeed. They're just walking and strolling like everything is okay. I've been skipping. Actually, I'm on page seven. I'm sorry. I'm on page seven.
Oh
But
wait. Okay,
uh,
okay, can't worry there. Perhaps its purpose is okay.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
perhaps its purpose is to announce the arrival of guests. They're welcoming us. Could be. But then the law don't make it clear that those human hating tribes living on Zou were none other than the Mink themselves? Said, yes, I wonder if that is an old rumor or a more recent one. Father, wait, how did he get out?
That's what I said to myself. I was like, what?
Well, he's a dragon. Let's say that he can slither around, like
But
in a
nobody
hole.
noticed? Father, Kanjuro, Momonosuke, Kanjuro, say, okay, after all. Yes, I'm sorry for making you worry. Why are you out here by yourself? Where are Luffy, Dono, and the others? Alright, page 8. I guess ever since I set foot on this island, I've been feeling a bit uneasy. I was resting alone in my room. I see, that's rough. Now back at Whale Forest, why is Luffy running while he's asleep? Okay.
That's the second time he's done that.
So what the heck is going on? Why am I sprinting so early in the morning? Kinemon and what was his name? Kanjuro. Anyway, the whole country's in an uproar right now. There's news that 2 samurai have appeared. Oh, so we're gonna have another banquet? Consecutive banquets are awesome. Luffy's like so unreal.
Fuck! Look, even the fucking Nekomamushi is like running in the day. Like, shouldn't he be asleep?
Yeah, no, you idiot. We're gonna have big trouble. Are you kidding me? These guys all were at death's door because someone thought that a samurai was on this island. Right now, Master Nekomamushi is headed for the town with the entire army in tow. Wow, yo, they're effed. About to get Straw Hats versus the Minks?
Maybe.
Is that what's about to happen? Alright, so we see the roar from Nekomamushi. Page 9 now. Claw City, where are they? We're looking. It seems people from around the country have already gathered here in the capital. Oh, shit. Who's that? Oh, Pedro. How's it looking, Pedro? Master, it would be in our best interest to retreat for the time being quickly. What makes you say that?
Oh, crap.
Page 10. Hold up.
Oh,
Page
now I know why.
Crap, the two of them saw each other. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Wow. Stop, please, Master. Duke, please calm yourself. What's going on over there? Like, Kinemon. Oh, is that Usopp? He said, yo, they straight tackled him. Crap, that was close. We made it in the nick of time. All 3 of you. We're not going to yell at you or anything, but please, get back to the Sunny.
Look at fucking, what's his name? That pervert kid. He's looking at Nami's dress.
Momonosuke?
Yeah. He's all fucking flustered and shit.
Because Nami got her fingers on his lip, bro.
No, because that dress is revealing.
Nah, I guess, bro. Page 11. Oh, how many years has it been, you freakish flea bag? Looks like time has just made you more freakish. Said the mutt who's gotten about half as leggish. Wow. They both taking shots off the bat. Damn. I thought they were going to get their limbs back. I guess not. This is bad. Someone please stop them. Okay, so a flashback. Bring out Raizo. He should be here. Page 12. He's not here. How many times must I tell you? I wonder which will happen first. Will you lose this leg?
Oh shit! That's nasty.
Or will you tell me where the samurai is? So he cut his leg off slowly. Damn. This game starts now, King Dog. Damn. I guess there's no saving this leg of mine then. Looks like your arm has seen better days, eh? Guess you won't be doing any fighting anytime soon. All you're fit for now is worrying about how you're gonna stuff lasagna into your fat gob.
Yo, I watched the King of Lightning review about that, like the cat and the dog, and there was the big reference to Garfield, and he referenced the dog in Garfield. You know, the yellow dog, Odie. So it's basically like Garfield and Odie right now.
They don't like each other at all.
No.
I can't tell you the whereabouts of someone not here. Why in the world would Wano Kingdom citizens come here? Yeah, why is Jack thinking that? Attacking only after, well, page 13. Attacking only after our warriors are weakened by the damn gas you've released. You gutless cowards dare call yourselves soldiers? Ooh, wah. Damn, this guy's trying to tear the chains holding him to that crucifix. Did the gas have any effects on him? Make it so he can't use those arms of his. Wow. Fine by me. Take those arms of mine. Those twigs you call spears. If you've got time to point them at this country's people, point them at me instead. I take them all. Wow. Very noble. Master. Shame that you got away with only one leg missing. I'd not have minded if you just died. This country only needs one ruler. Stop, please, both of you. Oh shit. Right you are. Let's get rid of the other one right now. I'll take that head of yours. Dog and cat? Oi. Oh, we get a clash. We get a clash. That looks like hockey or some.
No, it's
I think it's
Electro.
Electro.
Hmm?
I think it's Electro.
Electro?
Yeah, because it was a hockey with a he probably in black.
You're on Manga Stream, right, Brago?
Yeah, manga stream.
Yo, make sure when you get to page 17, you look at the panels all the way on the right first, because it's like hard to notice them at first.
Okay. Page 14. I don't know. What? Jeez. They're about to go at it. Stop. What the What is he doing? You idiot. What are you doing? Screaming like that. Isn't that a samurai? Oh, fuck. Now look what you've done. They've spotted us. Run for it, Kinemon. Run. They'll make it too.
Oh shit!
God damn.
Wait, has Ashura not read this chapter either?
No.
Oh.
Alright, I'm about to go to page 16. Oi, unhand me, please. What are you two doing? Conjuro, Momo, get back. Both of you, run. Run, both of you now. Nekomamushi and Inuarashi, wait. These guys don't bear any ill will toward Yea of the country of Zo. I am a retainer of the Kogetsu family of the Wano kingdom. My name is Kinemon. We have come in search of a warrior of our country, a comrade named Raizo. Has he come here by... What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like, who does...
It's Kinemon, man. He's a fucking samurai.
Oh my god.
Yo, when you guys get to the next page, make sure you look at all the panels on the right first, because they're like hidden.
Holy shit, did you not hear anything we just said? These people almost died because that Raizo guy wasn't here. Did they just sit down? Why did they just sit down?
We have been eagerly awaiting your arrival.
Hold on, what page you on, bruh? Hold on.
Above, I know no Raizo. If someone of that name happens to be here, I'll slice them by my own belly.
Wait, Ashura, what page you on, bruh?
He went to the next page.
17.
Damn, the guy ain't at the page yet.
You haven't reached the page?
At the right. I'm on page 17 now. We have been eagerly awaiting your arrival. I swear to the gods above, I know no Raizo. If someone of that name happens to be here, I slice my own belly open. What the?
That's the flashback.
Raizo Dono is safe. What does that mean?
So that means they were lying.
Yo.
They were protecting him. What the fuck? So they literally lost both their limbs for a lie.
Limbs? You said you sliced your belly open? You lost, like, people?
Well, that's fucking sick, man. They lost people, they lost their limbs, and Raizo was fucking there.
Bro, look at Zoro's face at the bottom panel.
Who does? Oh shit! Look at
Raizo's
their
a
reaction,
god,
bro. Because they're like, yo, you went through all this shit. Why is Frankie crying? But he went through all this shit, and he said Raizo Dono is safe. Bruh.
I'm surprised
Maybe
Zoro's
there's-
so surprised,
maybe-
dude. He's pulled this
maybe-
one off
maybe-
before himself.
Maybe there's kind of like a secret relationship between the two families, the Raizo family and the Kinemon family in some way.
This isn't the end of the chapter.
Hold on. All right.
Wait,
Page
it's not the end?
No.
says crash. Is that so? Safe, huh? I'm glad. They're smiling. Luffy's stunned. Oh, wait just a bloody second. Oh, yeah. So Raizo really was here this whole time and all of you knew? You guys, all of you, you would have died? They're all fucking smiling. Did Raizo save them before or something? Did Raizo... All right, page 19.
I just fucking said it, and I haven't reached this page. I haven't fucking reading this page yet.
This millennia-old civilization, it would have been reduced to rubble. Forgive us for keeping it a secret from you all. We and the Kogetsu clan of the Wano kingdom have been as family for longer than I care to say. Even if it meant our kingdom's demise, we'd never rat out one of our friends to the end.
Beast.
A shocking truth, hidden bonds hold steadfast. Next issue we will be on. Fuck!
Well, then again, man, Oda has been going like 5 chapters at five consecutive chapters, like one chapter after another, no breaks. So he's entitled to this break, man. It's been one break after another. No, one chapter after another. Because I suspected he was gonna go on a break after the 4th chapter. He didn't. He kept on going. So he's entitled to that break, man. You can't go fuck on him like that.
No, fuck, man. It's been 400 chapters.
You did this shit on purpose, bro.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, Raizo... Okay, what are you guys' thoughts on this?
My thought was, that previous last page, I didn't even fucking read that last page.
Yeah,
No,
you can keep going.
I didn't even fucking read it. I was just like putting it out there that maybe the two families know them in some way, and all of a sudden, bam, it's written right there.
This is so crazy.
Bro,
I always thought I always thought Wano and Zo was allied, though. We're allied.
Yeah, so did I.
So, like, it wasn't that surprising to me.
So basically, is the reason why Wano
the fuck right, bro. There's no way you weren't surprised at this chapter.
I know, I was surprised. I wasn't shocked. Like, I was, a little bit, like, surprised, but I wasn't, like, as shocked as some other people thought.
This was such a, like, shocker to me. Nobody, I haven't heard one person say anything close to what just happened, like, in a theory or anything like that.
I was very surprised.
Well, I think it was just, like, it was something that you could have easily predicted, but, like, nobody would have thought, like, that would happen,
Because there was so much anger around? So much anguish?
But the thing is, because of how much they went through, though. Like, they went through all that shit.
Too much pain, too much anguish, so you thought
I think
that's what hit me.
I think this is kind of cool, though, because it draws the connection to why this is Kaido's favorite island. Because, like, if he wants Wano, and Wano's connected to Zo, that could be he's going for Wano and Zo at the same time, maybe.
Well, here's the thing, like,
especially if Wano
is the reason why Wano is so like.
I know now. I think I got it.
Is the reason why Wano is so like not with the world government is because Wano knows that the world government is selling minks, and that because Wano has friendship with the minks is probably why Wano is isolated. Why? Because they have a bond with them. Kind of like the Uzumaki and the fucking Senju in a way.
I think Raizo was probably on the ship that those the minks were on, Nekomamushi and Inuarashi.
Think so. He was like one of their
crewmates.
Possible. But
then who is Raizo? If that's the case, because he's just a ninja.
It could be a woman.
Their families are intertwined with each other, so it might be possible that some mink trained over there, and he's an elephant mink.
I'm sure, maybe he risked his life for them once before. I don't know.
Maybe this happened before.
Well, no, I was watching. You guys know who One Piece Japanese theory is, right?
Yeah.
He put out a theory, and he said that in Japanese, their Kogetsu clan or whatever that it's talking about, it means moonlight.
Yeah. Wow. Well, no, that's not true. It's like isn't it like sunset?
I don't know. That's what he said. That's what he said in his thing, and he's Japanese, so I would assume.
Yeah, it keeps coming back to like the full moon, which is weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the moon is like super.
It's symbolic.
Yeah, I definitely think it's.
Because that's what I just read a minute. Listen.
I wonder if Raizo's is the one that suggested that the two rule Zo by themselves. Like
Kogetsu means dawn.
Well, that's the thing. I'm saying, like, maybe Raizo's the reason why the two. Raizo probably said, like, the two of you should probably rule it as both, like, two kings.
Yeah, Nekomamushi said, I am the one that awaits the dawn.
Yeah, but the same thing would say for, what's his name, the Garfield guy. He basically said that he awaits the darkness of dusk or some shit like that.
That's the same thing.
And I'm thinking that Raizo must be the mediator and he says like, if you two hate each other, like, why don't you just both rule the country at different points in time, like day and night? Maybe the country had one ruler at the time. One time he had one ruler.
I thought they left. They went to. Didn't they go to like drop Raizo off there? Like I don't think Raizo.
No, that's not true. They were on a voyage, like, or
I forgot. Yeah.
they were getting away from something. Their ship got smashed up and they got split up.
That's what I said.
Kinemon, Kanjuro, Momonosuke ended up on Dressrosa, but Raizo carried on to Zou.
Yeah, so Raizo only just got there kind of recently. I wouldn't say super recently, but like.
So Wano was gonna go warn them, you think?
You know what makes no sense?
Yeah, actually, that would make sense because if there's a lot of suspicion that Kaido is about to raid Wano, so maybe
he already raided Wano.
So yeah, maybe I think he's in the process of raiding Wano, and that could be where the conflict comes in for the arc, where Luffy has to save Wano basically.
I think that's a definite.
You don't think Wano's already like in shambles and they managed to escape?
Yeah, and Kaido already said Zou is his favorite island, so it makes sense if he's gonna go after them next. And Raizo could have gone there to warn them, maybe.
Exactly, and Raizo's like one of their good friends.
It's not his favorite.
Not one of his favorites.
You guys realize that
it's a special island, not his favorite.
Last chapter makes no sense with the monkey, how he was crying and saying, "Oh no, there's samurai here, there's samurai here."
Did they keep him out of the loop, or he was just selling it?
I don't know. It just doesn't.
They might have some resource though. I think they have. It could be like Skype where they have like some kind of treasure maybe, or they might have that whale tree could be very special in some way.
What if Raizo's inside the whale tree right now?
Yeah, but I'm saying it might have some value to Kaido, because like
Raizo must.
I think it does fruits, bro.
You think he's really hurt?
No, I just think he's really important.
Maybe that's where they get the smile juice from. Maybe they get it from the tree.
Yeah, no, that would be really hard though. How would they have to go to there each time and then?
Well, maybe Raizo's the one that does it. I don't know. He's a double agent.
Yeah.
that gets kind of complicated, but I think they might have some kind of maybe some hint to the One Piece because we know Kaido, all the Yonko are in some degree, maybe except Shanks, are after the One Piece. So maybe it has some kind of poneglyph that Kaido's after, some kind of key to the One Piece maybe.
But why would Kaido want a poneglyph if he can't read it?
Well, I'm just saying something like a poneglyph, something like some kind of key maybe.
I'm sounding really like rude. I'm sorry.
Well, it could maybe there's other people that exist that like in the New World that could read poneglyphs. We don't really know for a fact that Robin's the only one.
I don't think it has to do anything with like a poneglyph or anything like that. I think it strictly has something to do with like. I don't know.
The other alternative is that since Kaido does value like non-humans because Kaido is not a human or he's not a full human. So
I have an idea.
He might value maybe the Mink since they're not really people 100%. So I don't know.
Wait, someone just said, Bam Trib just sent in the chat, Raizo's the perfect fit for Luffy sneaking into the tea party, since the ninja specialty is sneaking into places.
Yeah, I saw that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be.
I had an idea. It's a bit silly though. Like I was thinking, where did the minks even come from? Because if you think about it very carefully, like they can't really interbreed because there's no hybrids. There's just plain dog, plain monkey, plain panda, plain jaguar. There's no mixes. So where do they breed? You know, I was thinking maybe the tree. They're like born out of the tree or something. I don't know, something silly like
that. That's not even too far fetched, to be honest.
That's way out from space, or probably.
Well, I think they have little groups, like little sections, like the dogs breed with the dogs, and then the cats breed with the cats. And...
Honestly, I don't think that's that like far out, to be honest.
Yeah, because we saw like several deers, like a female deer, a male deer. We see like a female cat, a male cat. So I think.
And what the hell is Pepper?
But then it gets a bit inbred, doesn't it?
Well, I don't. Yeah, that's true, but we don't know how big the population is, so it might not be.
The thing about the Peckham's thing, like his mother's a bear, and the father's a.
I don't know what's going on with Peckham.
Like they're not even one of them's not even a feline.
Wait,
one of them's not even a feline. That's impossible for him to make. Unless Peckham's is adopted.
When he first got there, they were like,
oh wow, yeah, then that makes it that confirms it even more that their birth origins don't make sense.
Yeah, so they just, I don't know, man.
I've said this 100 times. I'm telling you, dude. Oda's troll as fuck, dude. You don't make babies how you make babies in real life in the One Piece world.
Yeah, it probably delivered by the story.
Man,
Yeah.
this lays even more. This lays even more evidence into the Kuma is Luffy's mum theory.
Wow, Luffy's got a lot of moms, man. First got Crocodile. Is it just one big like dad orgy or something?
So where the hell has Raizo been all this time?
Probably hiding in a big whale.
Yeah, probably in the whale. I
Yeah.
think he probably got injured.
If you look at it like
Must be really
In
hurt.
the elephant's ass.
because
This is
when
how
the
I
gas
think it must have been planned
exploded,
out.
when you saw that the schematic where the gas exploded, there were some parts the gas didn't even reach. The whale one was the biggest one they couldn't reach. Like it was so
Yeah.
tall.
Well,
So
here
I'm
I
thinking-
think what happened is when he was going to Zoe, he must have got injured on the way there, just to deliver the message, maybe. Since we're going on that little.
How would he get
message
injured
of war.
before a shipwreck? I mean, Kinemon
Yeah, well,
and
that's what I'm
Kanjuro
saying.
he didn't get wrecked or anything. Like he didn't get.
I have one massive problem though that kind of rips it all apart. The whole kind of arc. Like if Momo was in the room that whole time and he knows Raizo and he knows the Kogetsu family links to the Mink, why didn't he say anything?
Well, this kind of goes on
Maybe
with what I was about to say, but I saw some comments saying this isn't going to make any sense at all, and I don't really believe it, but I figured I'd say it anyways. But like, they're saying like, hold on, let me try to find the page where Momo was at. They're saying he was acting like
Don't
super
worry.
weird, and maybe it was like Raizo disguised as Momonosuke.
Yo, do you guys
Okay.
Oh.
yo, do you
That's
guys
pretty
think
interesting.
Well, cause he was like in the jungle, and he just like randomly walks out of the jungle, and they're like, "What were you doing here?" And he's like, "Oh, I just left my room randomly because I was bored."
Yeah, how did he get past them? That's the question I asked. How did he get past everybody?
Yeah.
He's a Chinese dragon, man. Like,
Exactly. You're gonna notice
Past him,
the
he's gonna
Chinese
snake.
he's a small Chinese dragon. Like if the room had bars or windows, he just easily just slick out of there.
Yeah,
Well,
but
no,
he
I
was,
mean-
he
Bro,
was
they're
a boy
mixed
when he
everywhere.
found up.
There are minks everywhere.
Yeah, but okay, let's say this way. Let's say you're in a room and some snake comes in around, like he slithers through the trees, twirls around a tree. How do you know the snake's coming in if you don't know?
No, he's a
Yo,
snake.
yo,
It coils
you
itself
might be
around.
right. Rube, you might be right, because you know when Nami like touched his face went all weird, didn't it?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not how Momo
Well, he was
acts.
basically flustered. Like that dress was so revealing. It's probably the first
Yeah, but
dress he's.
maybe Raizo's a pervert too.
Yeah, well, they're probably all perverts. I think they're all gonna be perverts.
Yeah, what if? Wait. I wasn't really paying attention, but like you said, his face went weird when Nami touched it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if Raizo is disguised as him with the disguise route?
That's what we were saying.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
Yeah, but
Oh, that's what you were saying?
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention.
That food's already been taken. It's Kinemon.
They said,
No.
what
I meant like not like a clothes. No, he's got like the clothes fruit. I'm talking about like.
Yeah, it would have to be
transforms
like
his body.
Bon Clay's fruit.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like,
Yeah,
It
that's the
makes
thing.
sense
Like,
because he's a ninja.
yeah, but
No, ninjas go like in disguise. You know, like Naruto.
Because
He
it'd be
came out
weird
of
if
nowhere.
Oda rehashes the ability a second time. He's done that constantly.
I mean, this
Rube, I
is
think- I
even
think
more
you
of a
got it right,
stretch.
dude.
It could have something to do
You
with
already
like.
have Bon Clay that has the mask thing, and you have
It could
Kinemon
have
with
to
the
do something
clothes
with-
thing.
It could be something that's not related to a devil fruit. 'Cause we know there's some weird ass powers in the new world that haven't been explained yet.
do you guys
I don't know. Would Haki give you the disguise ability?
I don't know if it's. I don't know, dude. It's hard to say. Dude.
I don't know if you can turn Haki into like whoa.
Definitely a stretch to say what I just said, but
do you guys think that Momonosuke
Why would I talk about
what did you
Ryunosuke?
say, Mac?
do you guys think that Momonosuke is not really Kemon's son?
No, I
I
think
don't know, man.
I think they're related.
I definitely think they're.
Because Kemon said
Maybe not.
because Kemon said he's like the retainer of the family.
Yeah, a retainer. It does well. In the way he used it, he meant like he was just here to like
don't know.
finish the deal.
It would be weird
because-
because like the
because
way when they
Kyle
met
was-
up, he was like, "Hey, Dad," and like I don't know, that'd be weird.
That'd
Wasn't
be weird because I was thinking like his Pal's like he was like the retainer of the Nefertari family. Then like if Momonosuke was like the one that everybody's looking for, the flamingo. That's what I was thinking. It's just a guess.
Oh yeah, I've heard that before. I don't know. It's hard to say.
I wonder if the people from Wano were they one of the kings that probably were in the battle, since they decided no, what they decided to not join forces with the world government after the war. You got the Nefertari who decided not to go to Marijwa, and then you got the Wanos who probably said, okay, we helped you with the war, we got rid of the D's, we're not joining you people anymore.
Wait, hello?
So,
Hello? Yeah, just switched out. I don't know. But did Kinemon know something? He just came out and said stuff, even though they told him not to say anything.
Well, that's what he said. He just openly said that I'm Kinemon
well,
and
yeah, they knew, or Kinemon knew that the Minks were. Or wait, hold on. What'd you say?
Yeah, like, did he know like they were friendly? Because he
Oh
just,
yeah.
I don't think he knew because he said that. Are they human-hating species, or is that a
yeah,
rumor?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, the thing is I think that their tribes are like connected somehow. But I don't think that like Kinemon is at like the top of the tribe, so maybe he's never met them or something. I don't know.
He's
Hard
not
to
in the
say.
know. He's not in the know yet.
Yeah.
'Cause he's just
All I know is the Minks are the realest niggas of 2016.
Yeah, man.
like they went through all
Peace to
that.
that.
So Raizo, because they disagreed on everything, even fighting Jack, they disagreed on together. But all of a sudden, they're just sitting together because of Raizo.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't get it.
Even if their kingdom was destroyed.
Yeah,
Obviously, some
well,
crazy shit's going down at Wano.
I want to
I
know
think
how
Wano
old.
is effed right now.
I want to know how old Nekomamushi and Inuarashi are, because if
probably
they are
around
like
Shanks.
if they are like middle aged or kind of old, who was in charge before them, etc.
Oh yeah, I know, I get your point.
So it looks like Jack was right.
Maybe Kaido's like the first Mink.
But why though? Why would they let themselves almost be like fucking genocide for just one guy?
Yo, theory too.
Yeah.
I have a
We're
really
gonna-
good idea.
Go on.
What if Kaido is a mix between the Oars race and a mink? Like, what if he's both? Because he doesn't look exactly like Oars, but he's got a lot of the same features.
Yeah, it would make sense.
And he could also be like, he's got like the scales and stuff. So
But
it
it
would be
depends,
cool if
though.
he's like.
It depends where the men come from. If they actually come from trees, then that theory's off the table.
I still don't believe that theory out there that he's like some kind of monster. I think that horn thing must be some kind of cape or some shit like that. It's gotta be a cape. I don't think it is.
Kaido?
Yeah,
No,
I think it's a cape.
No, not
Just-
Kaido. Kaido's got his
Just like
connected
the
Jack's
horn
horns
thing.
might be fake,
Yeah,
but
that's
I don't
the
think
thing.
Kaido's are.
No, Jack's
Because the horns are fake because they're part of the mask.
I think
Kaido's
Kaido's
horns
not
could be part of
Kaido's.
his cape. His cloth or
Oh, the
whatever
thing
the
is,
fuck
is
that
everyone in
is.
Kaido's crew are trying to replicate.
Horns are shaped. Are
I think that's Kaido's signature. Like,
Everyone in Kaido's crew is trying to replicate Kaido, so like they all wear horns to look
Yeah,
like Kaido.
like Big Mom and
Yeah,
the
but are they all Zoans though? Okay,
Like
all of them-
everyone in Big Mom's crew wants to be a mom.
What?
Precisely.
Mom fruit, you know?
Mom fruit.
Yeah, no, but that's like saying, Oars' horns are fake or whatever.
I was thinking about last week's chapter, and I probably figured out what Germa 66 means.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it basically means by North Korean missile launch. That's basically what it means.
So Oda saw the future?
This guy.
North Korean missile launch.
Excuse me?
Because I think Kim Jong Il he reads One Piece because it kind of correlates with the fucking what the Vince Smokes did with the Sanji bounty and what this guy did with this One Piece episode. He fucking like crushes the entire world. We're not getting One Piece this week.
That was your conclusion, Asher?
Yeah, that would be what causes us to go to war, like they can bomb cities, they can do whatever they want. But
Well,
once they stop our
didn't
One
they
Piece-
have to change? Didn't they have to change the Alabasta ending because of 9/11?
What?
Excuse me?
They had to change what happened during Alabasta because the events that were gonna happen were too similar to 9/11.
Oh, was he actually gonna bomb the place?
He's gonna blow
That
up the
sounds
massive
kinda-
Foxtrot,
I feel like that's not true because One Piece is Japanese.
Yeah, but it was around that time when Oda was writing was the same year, I think.
Maybe are you trying to say that it was a sensitive topic since it was so close to that time?
Yeah, I think that's what he's trying to say.
I don't know. I just read it. You can't trust the internet. Do you?
Yo, all I'm gonna say is this: we're about to get the most
say
fire flashback.
Google 2018.
What'd you say, Mac?
Yeah, right, Mac.
Oh, I said we're about to get the most fire flashback. Yo, it's gonna be crazy. Inuarashi and Nekomamushi's flashback can be lit.
I think we're gonna see that
Wano
Raizo
and
is like Raizo should be like this old like samurai,
Yeah, I think he could be
super
old though.
respected.
I don't know. Is it just me? Have you guys noticed like
He's
the
gonna be a
chapters
massive
seem to
pervert.
stall? The chapters seem to stall a lot, don't they?
You think so?
What?
I don't think.
Okay, what
Haven't
do we get? Like 16 chapters?
Do you think next week, about I believe 2 weeks from now, the next chapter will be another flashback?
We've gotten a lot of fucking like. Shit.
We get info, but we're not getting like.
What do you
We're not
want?
getting like flooded.
This
No,
one was
no,
juggling
I'm
between.
not saying
This one was
it's-
juggling between past and present, and
I
I'm
think-
thinking.
I think he might be
I'm thinking in
stalling
2
it or
weeks
something,
we'll get a flashback again.
Well, because
Never.
he stalled the whole Dressrosa fight just so that it could align with the whole chapter 800 and stuff. So I mean, he might be trying to align something with future.
I think
episodes.
the only reason this chapter was this long was because he was trying to build up like the plot twist.
No, but not just this chapter, but like the last 10
I'm
chapters.
calling
Like,
this thing might be
it's
going
not
off
bad
of
in
the
the
chapters,
manga,
though.
but imagine this in the anime. Imagine this chapter in the anime. It's gonna be like horrible.
It's gonna be them running. It's gonna be them running
awful.
towards the capital.
Yeah, half the episode's gonna be like them running. It's gonna be
That's
awful.
why I don't watch the anime anymore. The pacing's kind of gotten a bit.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like the pacing doesn't seem bad here because it's only just a few pages, but like overall, like the when you go back, you obviously get some fast-paced episodes or chapters. I mean,
I was watching Rogers Base's review for this chapter, and he brought up a good point. That like Oda is such a fucking genius in the way that he created this chapter because they make Kanjuro and Kinemon seem to be like these retards that have no idea what's going on. So when you see at page 7 when they're like, oh, the bell's being rung, I wonder if that's the welcoming bell. They're
Yep.
actually being serious, but we just thought that they were idiots. Like he's just genius.
Yeah.
If they had like came in first, like all this whole runaround wouldn't have like.
When Kiyomon said that, yo, do you guys know what Raizo is? Like, I think everybody's reaction was, what the hell's this guy doing?
Yeah, exactly. I
hell
said
is wrong
every
with
single
this
live
guy?
reaction chapter I saw, everyone's like, "Oh, what is he doing?"
Get him out of here! Get him out of here!
It's like, bro, they told you not to.
I was spoiled before the chapter, which was probably like a big reason why I wasn't really shocked. Someone wrote,
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
well, someone didn't. They didn't really spoil it for me, but they just wrote Minks and Wano equals friends ? And I was like, what?
What the fuck?
Obviously, like that's
Oh,
spoilers.
dude, that sucks.
I didn't think the
That's-
chapter was
like-
gonna come
okay,
out though.
but
I was gonna wait for
That's part of the
Friday.
reason. Like that's why I said I wasn't shocked at all. But even without that, I don't think I would have been as shocked as some other people.
Bro, I feel bad because every
Shoot
single time
him.
a chapter comes out, I feel like I have to talk about it with someone, and I always end up messaging Brago like, "Yo, this shit
Block-
was insane on Twitter."
Block through.
And then everyone's like, oh fuck, I want to read it.
Brago has to sit all day at work like, "Fuck, dude, I wonder what happened in this chapter."
I'm like, yo, what,
Killing him.
Block through on block.
I'm like, did we see some Kaido this chapter? Like, what's going on? But nah, it's like, what do you guys think is gonna happen next chapter though? Like 2 weeks from now.
Flashback, basically
Yeah,
flashback.
No, I don't think it's gonna be a flashback.
I think it might come
What
back
are
to
they gonna
Bellamy.
do?
What would it be a flashback of? I don't understand.
Because
No,
it's gonna be a flashback between the friendship between the Raizo, how he got there, why they hit,
I
why
think
they
we
hit
might
him.
meet
I have
Raizo first.
Nolan.
I'm calling it. It's gonna be flashback. We're not gonna be
Have we
out.
seen? Do you guys think we've seen Raizo already though?
Yeah.
Not his.
Yeah,
If we've
yeah.
seen him, he's been disguised as something. I don't think.
As a Mink? Who's the
Yeah,
most
yeah.
like Mink that can be Raizo? Who's been
Hey,
described?
Barriet.
Nekomamushi.
Pedro.
What?
What if Raizo is both of them?
The
What
female
if
ranger
Raizo's
is
all
the
of Zo? And he was just
Let's be
trying
honest
to
here.
save himself.
I
He's
think
got
it's-
Shadow Clone Jutsu and the disguise jutsu.
Yeah, someone said that. Someone made a theory about it. I think it was Fishman. He said it's some Raizo is doing like the whole he's disguising himself like because Pedro's been like always been like a sneaky guy. Like you see him the first time Luffy saw him, like who the hell is? I don't know.
Pedro got super close to Luffy last chapter. I was like, what is he doing? He was kind of weird there.
In this chapter, wasn't he like scoping something out? Like he was.
He kind of came out of nowhere
Pedro
too.
in the trees.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely believe that theory.
Oh, yo, we're gonna start having Boris up in here. Boris is gonna join the community again.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
a
bro, get
video
Boris
about.
in here if he wants to join.
Yo, people
Yo,
were super
Boris.
butthurt about him. Like, stop.
Yeah, bro, I was looking at those.
Wait, what
comments.
happened with that? I'm
I
so
didn't know what they were
confused.
talking about, but these people were heated.
Yeah, I had no idea. I had
What?
no idea. They were like, "Yo, why you stop doing that?" That's
Wait,
like,
yo, Mac, do you know what happened?
Yeah, I know what happened.
What happened?
It was like, okay, there was something about like I'm not really involved like treasure cruise, but like,
Boring.
people donated for his global account.
Joking.
People donated something to his global account or something like that. But then he was tired of his global or something like that, so he made a joke and like he pretty much threw away his account. But the people who donated were actually laughing about it, right? They found it funny. But the people who didn't were salty, like, what the hell did you do? So that's why they had like a big uproar or something like that.
Because their pages ready.
Huh?
They had their options ready.
The what?
You're lagging,
They
bro.
wanted
It's
to
like every
donate.
time you're about to say it, it just like starts
Like
like.
something big. You're like, yeah, it's the yeah.
Like, is he trolling us? Right?
Forget about it.
Oh.
But nah. Boris, yeah, anytime,
No,
man.
Boris is a real nigga. I'm gonna be honest. Like he was the first person to do treasure cruise. Like I don't know why like they hate him.
Nah, you know, like I put a comment on his video. I was like, it's never the right time to say goodbye, Chris Brown.
What? You just called Chris Brown?
It's never the right time.
It's never the right time. Like no matter when he
Is
said
that what he said before Rihanna?
No, I think that was before Rihanna. I don't know how we got in Chris Brown, but I don't know if we go right into flashback next chapter. I do think we
No. I agree. It's not gonna go right into the flashback, but I'm gonna say
What
that
if Kaido
we're gonna.
disappears on the island next chapter? I would see something like that happen.
Dude, everyone would
He's got like
die.
the dead corpses like on his like shoulders.
He would just like
Kid.
explode.
would it be
Kid alive.
would it be more hype than his first reveal if he just dropped in the middle of Wano? I mean, Zo.
Yes.
I don't know how he would get there though. Getting there.
Because-
He just I don't know, man.
he flies over.
He flies.
He goes like Superman over there.
But now I think we should know that Kaido's base is like in Wano. Maybe
Huh? You
Kaido's
think-
base is in Wano.
No, I think he's gonna invade Wano. I don't think he has it already. I think he's going to, and that's why we discussed
He's
this.
invading Wano right now.
Because I remember 793. They're like that.
Could it be the reason why Barriete was crying was because finally their friends of their friends.
I just came up with a good idea. What if the reason why they're after Raizo is because Raizo was delivering some kind of message from Wano to Zo,
Yeah,
and they wanted,
we
Kaido wanted to
come up with that
intercept that
last
and keep
stream.
that. What?
We
It's
said that
possible,
last
but it
time.
wouldn't make
Oh, did they?
sense. Wouldn't make sense, like if you think about it, because Raizo's already there, so like they
No,
already.
I'm
have
saying
the-
he might be like trying to like accomplish something while he's there, maybe.
Yeah, because you gotta remember that Pedro said the world awaits for me for Nekomamushi
Oh, yeah,
and Inuarashi.
It has
They
to do
might-
with the fucking moon, dude. Like it definitely has to do with the moon and the whale tree.
Well, there might be a
I don't know,
clan
man.
that.
I think it's because of the
There might be a
civilization
clan
of
that's
Zo,
gonna
man. Like the Zo people don't want their kids to die. That's maybe I think what it means.
Kaido said he wants to start the greatest war the world's ever seen. Some hype shit's about to happen. I'm gonna be honest. Some hype shit's about to happen.
I don't know.
What if Kaido's last name was Raizo?
Wait, so Raizo's like his older brother or something?
No, he is.
No, Raizo is
It's
Kaido. They've been hiding
Raizo
Kaido from
Kaido.
Jack.
Oh my god, I don't know where we're going. I don't know about that one. I see.
Charlotte Vinsmoke.
Like I see like next chapter they say something like yeah, Raizo warned us, and then they flash to Wano and it's just like up in flames.
Well, yeah, there is that whole thing with that panel you guys said was like a Japanese temple where they were shouting for like Kaido-sama, and it kind of was all misty and foggy there, so you know
Oh,
it could
fuck.
be up in flames.
That mist. Oh, I don't know. This is kind of like weird, but like we've seen all those trees in that mist on Zo before, haven't we? In that
Yeah.
one chapter.
I think you're talking about the Florian Triangle.
No. Like in that chapter that we saw, the people saying like Kaido-sama, Joker fucked up,
Yeah, that
whatever.
was Wano Kuni, I think.
Yeah.
something was
We
there.
saw like mist and we saw trees, and like that's like the same thing that's on Zo, right? Like they have the
It
same
could be.
trees.
It could be
Let me
cold
see.
though.
Anyone remember what chapter that was?
793.
793.
795.
793.
95. I think it's
793.
95.
No, 95 is when we see Kaido. It's 93.
Ah,
Hey.
One Piece.
yeah, it could be 93.
I don't know. I think is One Piece getting better?
What does that mean?
No, man,
It's
I got
getting
a lot.
worse. It's getting
There's been a
worse.
lot of people complaining about the Zoe arc, man. To me, I have not complained one bit.
The only person I've ever heard complaining, shout out to this guy by the way, is One Piece Nation.
Oh, where is he, by the way? I thought I saw him there.
One Piece Nation does
Because there's a lot of people bitching that Zoe is not good. Like, I have not complained one bit, man. I don't mind
I don't like it
information.
either. I don't like it either. Because we're getting
That's
so much.
because
We're getting so much elephant people instead of Big Mom.
say it again, Cody.
I think it's basically
We're getting so many of these furry fools on this elephant instead of Big Mom. You know, good stuff.
I don't know. I'm looking like for One Piece 793 now.
When are we gonna get Big Mom? That's what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
asking.
I thought they had like, you know how like on Zoe, like there's like those trees with like the round like tops. I don't know, they're like really specific trees. I don't know what the fuck they're called. I
I
thought
just
that.
thought something, guys.
Hmm.
You know, I said like a couple streams ago, the reason Jack is on Zoe or found Zoe was because he has Raizo's Viva card, or like knows somehow that he is there, because otherwise he couldn't find Zoe in the first place, right?
Hmm.
That means he can get back since Raizo is on Zoe.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's-
because remember when we didn't know Raizo was on Zoe, everyone was like, well, how is Jack going to get back? That means we're not going to see him for a few arcs, when it is actually possible for him to come back right now.
the thing about it though. How did Raizo get on Zoe though? Like,
I don't know.
You
Fruit
can't
power.
you
Devil
can't
fruit
lock on that shit. It's an animal. Unless
Devil
somehow they took a bit of like Zunisha's hair and just made a VV card out of it.
Yeah, it is an animal, I guess.
I guess it could be one of those like coincidences that always happen in One Piece where you just like.
Yeah, but they
Oh,
were
he
heading
just ended
for
up-
it. They were like going towards it, which means they had some form of getting there every time.
Yeah, I wonder. Maybe they were. He was like the close. I don't. Like maybe he was. I don't know. They're all devil fruit users, so maybe they were kind of screwed.
But now it makes some sense right now though. It makes sense that if Raizo had a Beaver card, then Jack probably went to their family and stole a Beaver card, something like that.
Yeah.
That's how Jack got him. How Jack got
Yep.
into Zoe.
Or maybe
I don't know about a
Minx-
Beaver card. That would.
Or maybe the
People
Minx, the
keep
fact
making
that they
Well, if their families are really entwined, they should have a Beaver card. Just so they can
or maybe
come back
because
together.
the Minx, because they've lived on Zoe so long, they've developed some form of observation hockey that makes them home in on Zoe
Because
like,
you
automatically.
have to answer. You have to answer two questions though, which is why, or how did Jack get to Zoe, and why was he so certain that Raizo was there?
He knew something.
He could have maybe like directly tailed Raizo. Maybe he saw that he was going for there. And
Oh,
Raizo
they've
got
said that the two clans have like super deep like history together. So like there's probably something huge going on with the clans that we just can't think
Well, I
about.
wonder if Jack was actually chasing Raizo to Zoe. Like maybe he was actually tailing them, the samurai.
When he talked about the clans, I don't know if he's talking about his clan and the Minx, or just the people within the clans within Wano.
What do you mean?
What?
No, he said Kinemon said the clans themselves, like they have an understanding or some relationship. And I'm wondering if is he talking about the Zoe people or the people in general, like the clans on Zoe?
He's talking about the Zoe people.
It's either the connection is it between the Zoe people and the Wano, or the Wanos themselves within the clans on Wano?
Well, it's probably like there's different clans inside Wano. And
Yeah.
clan
Got the
specific.
rain, got the fire.
Guys, do you remember back in Punk Hazard where where Kinemon was on Punk Hazard, then Kanjuro was on Dressrosa, and now Raizo's on Zoe. Did we know what happened? Why they were all separated?
They said that there
They
was
said
a
their ship
trouble
got wrecked.
at sea. Yeah, they didn't say that. They said there was trouble, but they didn't say their ship got wrecked.
Well,
at the
yeah,
right?
pretty much what had
Jack was in
happened.
trouble.
they got shipwrecked at like Dressrosa or whatever or something like that, and then like Raizo went off to go to Zou because that's where they were gonna meet up, and then Kanjuro got captured by Doflamingo.
Got the picture.
Momonosuke went on the boat, and Kanjuro went to go save him. So that's how they all ended up. Like,
I'll find it for you.
Yeah, I'm
You guys-
pretty sure maybe Raizo was being tailed by Jack in some way, and that's how Jack knew for a fact he was on Zou.
this is another stretch I'm about to say, but I figured I might as well put it out there. What if Raizo's like a code name? Because we know that like they're on
It'd be-
Zou and like they use like that Electro move and like
Yo.
Electro means Rai.
Okay.
Rai is like lightning in Japanese. I don't know. You know what I mean?
I hope Raizo is not NL.
What?
Because Raizo, it's basically like there's part of it like means lightning. When you say
He just said up there,
Raikage,
he's like, yeah, you guys better protect me, I'm God. God.
or maybe you could explain one thing though. Why does the guy, the dude with the skinny legs in the white beard war that can like do the electro? Is he
guy.
Raizo?
Rai?
One of the white beard captains.
Hey, guys, have a
What
look
if
at these
Whitebeard
two
is Raizo?
pictures in the chat? These confirm everything about what happened to them before they met, or before we met them. Sorry.
What do you say?
Just post it. I'm posting them in a sec. These pictures I'm about to put, they're not sexy or anything. They're proper facts.
Dude, we're
There
about to
you
get
go.
the most lit flashback ever, yo. I could sense it.
Let's
I had
see.
those
Three
Nolan vibes.
Alright, who wants to put $5 on the table? Betting that there's no flashback next chapter.
Okay. So what's your point? Theory?
Hang on a sec. I'm getting the other one. Well, I'll just read the other one to you. The other one says, "I will not tell you by whom I was chased, but we originally set out for a place called Zou."
Oh, so it was
Interesting.
Jack. It was Jack. It had to have
They
been.
were Jack was tailing them,
Yeah, it had to have been.
and it was like, do you see the play on words there? We met with disaster.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe he sucked the
Oh
water.
shit! We met with disaster.
I hope
crazy.
that's not a code.
What
name.
if it was like another
Well,
type
yeah,
of-
we like met with calamity.
Yeah, it might
Yeah,
have
that's
been
the
another
thing.
calamity.
I hope it's not a code name for one of those disaster guys.
Well, it's
Oh,
Jack.
that's what
yeah.
Rano was
Disaster?
saying. No, because the calamities, they're like
There
disaster.
aren't calamities just disasters and like
in the Viz,
Calamity disaster.
didn't they
Yeah,
call
calamity
it
means
in
disaster.
the Viz translation? Didn't they call it like disaster instead of calamities?
That was a good eye, brother.
Yeah, in the translation, they do say disaster.
Yeah, so I wonder if maybe Jack actually did use some kind of like his calamity power that he didn't use on Zou because he didn't want to harm Zou maybe. But like he maybe had some kind of power and that's why they called it like a disaster. I don't know.
I think it's weird that they drifted ashore as well, considering they're devil fruit eaters.
Oh, they could have floated on
Yeah,
some
it could've been
planks.
like or not even that, but like a mini like boat connected to this ship. You know what I mean? Like a life raft type thing.
We have to consider why Momonosuke was important to Flamingo as well in all of this.
I don't know. That's just like one of those things where it's like impossible to guess.
That group must have like some kind of. They must be like special in Wano for some reason. Like,
Yeah, like
They gotta be because like that would explain why they're.
there's so many possibilities going on with like the Wano soldiers. I feel like there's no way anyone can guess what's going on.
I think probably there's gonna be 8 calamities in total.
8.
What?
8.
Hey,
We already know there's only 3.
No, because I just googled it. Like if the calamities are from the Bible, so there's about 8 from the Bible itself. So what
Yeah,
if there are
but they
8
say
calamities?
specifically that he's part of the 3 calamities.
Hey,
Wait, there's 8 in the Bible?
Yeah.
well, if you wait, guys, if you connect the ends of the 3 together, you get an 8.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, that's
yeah.
true. It's a little hint. Even though it's not written in English, but it's not even written in English.
Wait, Ashra, what are the 8 calamities?
It doesn't say. It just says what verse they're in.
since we're talking about, wait, theory 2, you said that
Yeah.
Jack will be coming back?
Maybe.
Well, I believe in you, but then at the same time, I think another calamity will.
Yeah. I feel like
Oh,
Not Jack, but someone else.
like what if Kaido's like, yo, Jack, go back to Zoe and get Raizo, and he's like, my ass is beat. I want to go try to save Doflamingo. I can't.
Yeah, I'm with Dofi.
Yeah.
and he was like, I'll send Bob instead.
I'll send X Drake instead.
Yeah, so after like some of the like Minks leave with Luffy or whatever, and some leave to go to Wano.
What if the other calamity is Jill, Jack and Jill?
The most feared man,
Jack
the
and
most
Jill.
feared man in the world, 2 billion bounty Bob.
They're gonna.
That's it.
Or no, it's John. It's John.
John Cena.
John Cena is the calamity of what would he be the calamity of? Earthquakes? He's like doing pile drives you into the ground.
He's got invisibility through. You can't see him.
Oh, this is what's gonna happen. They're gonna take the island Zoe and they're gonna crash Big Mom's tea party with it. Just
Zoe's gonna like just accidentally crash into Big Mom's tea party.
yeah.
They're like, what's going on? They're like, oh wow, how convenient.
Sea Master just said
Big Mom will be like, oh, that's my grandma.
said Raizo equals Izo. Izo is a commander from Whitebeard's crew. He looks like a samurai.
I know what he's talking about. The guy with the guns.
The guy that looks like a female, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I thought that was a female too. I didn't even.
yeah, it's a guy, but he has a Big Mom's lipstick.
The guy dressed up like a geisha.
Yeah.
What was his
Interesting, but
So is Zoe or Wano? Is that just a bunch of like cross-dressing people?
No.
Are they gonna walk in as like the guys are gonna all be wearing makeup and stuff? I mean, because that's what I feel like is gonna happen.
I thought it was just an exception.
Wait, so did Whitebeard originally own Wano like under his territories?
no.
Because like he has a lot of people from Wano in his crew, and that would make sense if he like allied with them.
If you're talking about the guy that looks like a samurai, he could be an Okama.
What? But he's dressed like a samurai.
Oh, he's got lipstick, man. Like if you look at
He's wearing Japanese dress wear.
yeah, but so did the Okamas.
Oh, they didn't. Wait, what?
Okamas were just wearing dress. They're just wearing dress.
They could wear
Look,
Japanese
Whoa,
clothes too,
guys! He could be a Wano Okama.
Oh. Wait, but then what about Kanjuro? Is he also an Okama by that logic?
I don't know because it could be a face mask or some shit like that, makeup. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What? Like, what are we talking about now? A Wano Kama?
Bro, I hope Kanjuro has some fucking training arc or something where he learns how to paint. We can see his overpower in full.
At the end of the series, he's like, I finally learned how to draw, and he's like,
I think Kanjuro, his power is just gonna be a running gag.
Nah,
throughout.
bro, he's gonna trace Frankie's blueprints of Pluton and make Pluton.
Yeah,
They're like, they spend the whole series looking for Pluton, and he just draws it out.
when Kiyomon and Kanjuro showed their armament haki, that shocked me. I was impressed.
If they showed armament hockey, I don't remember that.
And just Rosso when they were pushing the birdcage.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought you were talking about this chapter.
Yeah, if Kanjuro knew how to really draw, I wonder if he could put hockey on his powers.
Have you guys ever realized how fucking big Kanjuro is? Or no, Kinemon, I mean, in this chapter.
Yeah, he's huge. Yeah.
In this chapter, Usopp was like grabbing on his shoulders.
He's as
Like
tall as
three of Usopp.
Yeah, it's like it's
Man,
crazy
he
how
broke
big
it from Wano.
characters are.
That's why they don't film in cosplay worked.
Who doesn't? So I work out.
What is going on?
I'm good.
Who's that 5-star? What's up?
Huh?
Yeah, 5-star Usopp. Simply Road.
Wow. Not even gonna go there, but
Can we get J-Love talking one of these?
You know how the Jack chapter was called like the Billion Bounty Man. What if next chapter's 2 billion Bounty Bob?
No, it's gotta be John. John,
No,
John,
screw
Jack, and Josh. How about that?
it's gonna be triple.
Bounty
John,
Bob.
Jack, and Josh. They're like the fucking mini Ginyu Force, and they're like, we're the 3Js!
Triple J. Then we got Triple J versus Double Six.
And it's not actually calamities, it's the calamities.
They like assemble like the Power Rangers.
Do you guys see Kaido or any Yonko allying with Luffy?
Big Mom.
Some say
No,
Big
no,
Mom. I
that'd be
was watching King of Lightning's video with Roger's base.
Yeah.
He said
No,
because
well-
The world
Is
government
that-
already said that if two Yonko level people, like, so Luffy would have to be Yonko level by that logic. He would have to at least be strong enough to be able to like have them ally with them. So like two Yonko together, said by the world government, has the power to like destroy the whole like planet, like take over the world government. So they tried to avoid Shanks and Whitebeard meeting up for that very reason.
well,
Where do we place?
I wonder
Bam.
if Shanks and Whitebeard did happen, would they have won the war?
What do you mean? If they both went at the same time, without a
Yeah,
doubt.
that's the thing. They beat one Yonko because this one was old and dying, and if
First
two
off-
were going against the world government, could they win? And Ace
Whitebeard-
wouldn't have died.
Whitebeard would have won the war if Ace wasn't a retard and just kept running.
What do you mean when you say win the war? What you mean, Ashura?
Well,
I
yeah,
don't
like,
think he would have won.
Like,
He would have to have taken out every single.
well,
The
technically,
Admirals didn't even do anything. Yeah, it was mostly.
I still don't
Akiyuno
think-
who
you know,
was
that's the thing. Like the
I
world
don't think
government,
Yonko-
they put a blockade because they didn't want Shanks and Whitebeard meeting together, because they knew that if they did meet together, they would have teamed up.
I still don't think they're winning.
to
But
me, winning the war meant saving Ace, but I guess if you're talking about just beating all the admirals,
But I don't. This
think
is something I
all
don't
of that.
understand.
All
Why
that-
are the
all
admirals?
above, beating the admirals and saving
No.
Ace?
Why are the admirals so like? Why are they said to be like so weak compared to the Yonko? Like how would they defend themselves against one Yonko if like?
It's because
Well,
up
it's the
until,
reason
it's
that they
because up
can't
until
take
that
out a
point they
Yonko.
have no
There's
power.
like,
But I don't understand why the Yonko's so much stronger just because they're pirates.
it's not
Yeah,
that. It's not that
King,
far.
King of Lightning brought a theory that the Yonkos are like above the admirals, even if the admirals are
Yeah,
monsters.
but why?
They're
Like,
above.
what keeps the admirals from reaching the level of Yonko level?
Well, there's a theory
Oh, that would
admirals
probably
don't
be
have
the
conflict
Gorosei, I
with
think.
Why?
oh yeah, it could be Conqueror's Haki.
There's a theory
So
that
their
Marines
ambitions are
can't
higher.
get King's
You would
Haki.
say?
Yeah, I think
Well,
like
yeah,
the
and
Goros-
also all the Marines besides Akainu, of course, like succumb to a higher power. So
yeah.
it could be debated.
I think
that
maybe
they
the
can't
Gorosei are like the.
Yeah, I hope Akiyuno is able to be like on some Yonko level by the end of the series. That way
Nah,
he'll
I don't
he's
think so.
gonna be a
Man. I think
challenge.
the only people I could consider Yonko are the Gorosei.
I think
I
he's
think-
gotten stronger, man. I
I
think
think-
Akiyuno's gotten stronger, and he held his own against Whitebeard for
Oh
some.
yeah, I think
Whitebeard-
Akainu is going to be like second to last before.
Why is it so many people think that just because Akainu did so many shit to Whitebeard, they think that he could have wrecked him?
Well, we don't know what would have happened at the end.
No,
I mean,
there's no one.
they both got
Whitebeard-
good shots at the end of the day.
Akainu came back and went against literally everybody, bro.
Yeah, Akiyuno got some good shots in too, so you can't say that he was
Akainu,
crushed.
his so-called shots were backstabbing shots.
Yeah, but
Fucking look
Whitebeard
away,
fought
man.
against
No, they
Blackbeard
wouldn't.
afterwards.
He was so quick that Whitebeard couldn't react. That's all.
Yeah, but you have to
People could claim-
remember
they could claim
Whitebeard
that
fought
he
against Blackbeard
Akainu
straight
did some
after
shit in the
and got
war.
shot.
I'm saying Akainu now way could be Whitebeard.
Well, we suspect. I mean, it's pretty obvious that Akiyuno has awakening because of the island Punk Hazard having volcanoes and
Didn't use
stuff.
that.
So he didn't use that during Marineford. So that also shows to some degree that.
If he did that, like everyone would have died.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think Whitebeard also had higher
Whitebeard-
levels of power.
Yeah, but you could
Yeah,
say
I
the
feel
same
like-
thing about Whitebeard too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Whitebeard-
That's what I'm saying. We don't really know if they both went all out, what the result would have been.
I feel
Yeah, none of the
Maybe
admirals.
because
Whitebeard was,
Whitebeard's
Whitebeard
power
was
himself, like even if he
fine,
did use it,
uh,
there'd be
uh,
some form of land for him to like step on. But like Akainu, if he did use his lava power, he would have melted the ground. He would have fallen in the
It's-
bottom of the ocean.
But these powerhouses
What do you
they have to be like they have to be fearful of hurting their own people. That's why Whitebeard, when he said everyone to leave, he was about to pull a suicide move, and just awaken probably and wreck everybody and destroy Marineford itself. And then that's why he told everyone to leave, get the hell out of here. That's the only reason why. And same thing, like guys, like those top tiers that
I agree.
awakening, they don't want to wreck up their own people.
Yeah, nobody went all out though. I mean, maybe.
You heard
Maybe
Sengoku.
that's
You heard Sengoku.
Yeah,
Yeah, and well, also the thing is that
Destroy
people
the
also
world.
don't consider is that Whitebeard was above Yonko level. So I mean, we don't know what like a regular level Yonko would do against the Navy. We don't know if they
What?
would have been
Wait,
dramatically
what?
weaker.
Whitebeard was what?
He was beyond Yonko level.
Yeah, he's
I don't
beyond.
think when he was. I
How
don't
could
think
he
when he
be
was that
young?
old. I don't think
Yeah,
when
when he was old, so he probably was around. Maybe he was. We don't really know
I think he was
how.
probably-
much
I mean, if Whitebeard was beyond Yonko level.
What I see a lot though is the
Is there a level
Admiral's
beyond Yonko?
Pirate King.
the
Yeah,
admiral.
no, he was.
Respect.
Whitebeard was on the level of. They've said many times that he was on the level of Lord
Pirate
Roger.
King,
Back
Pirate
in
King
his prime.
itself is not really a level in a way. It's
Yes,
like,
it is. He was the strongest pirate ever.
yeah, but that was
Not
just
ever.
it was kind of like a joke they just
No,
put
I'm
on
talking about
Roger.
Roger.
well, it's not ever. But
I mean, we can all assume Roger was the fucking strongest pirate ever.
I think Joy Boy might have been stronger.
Okay,
We don't
well,
know.
whatever.
Joy Boy. Good old Joy Boy. Maybe he brought his Fruit Awakening was the Joy
Oh,
Awakening.
out of all the characters we've seen so far, we haven't really seen Joy Boy, so.
I think I know Joy Boy.
I think
on a
Joy
personal
Boy is
level.
going to probably be shown maybe in some anime filler or maybe near the end of One Piece.
Anime filler? What? We don't even know what he looks like.
Well, probably when One Piece, when the manga either ends and
Bro, he's gonna be important to the story. They're definitely gonna show him later
They're not
on.
gonna put him in filler.
He's gonna be in the voice
Why
acting
is
flashback.
it
Wait, say it again.
He's gonna be in the voice entry flashback.
No, 32. He just died, I guess.
because if you look at everything that you've seen in One Piece, like every time they talk about someone, they show it. At one point or another, they show the person they were talking about.
What
Even
if we
though
could
it
get
has like a picture flashback?
What if we get?
background.
What if we get like a filler arc next time, like a Foxy filler arc, and it's all about Joy Boy?
Oh, don't talk about Fox, man. I don't want to hear about this guy.
I think Foxy has a lot of potential. I mean,
Foxy is dead to me right now, man. I haven't
dude,
seen him for his
he's
dead.
got the time fruit. He could freeze and slow down time.
What time? I mean, for 30 seconds? Do that infinity. Become
Okay,
god
look,
level.
okay, but he can train his fruit to be able to last longer. Even 30 seconds is a long time. You know how many hits you can land in 30
30
seconds?
seconds is a pretty long time.
Yeah, like a single clash and a single fight in One Piece can sometimes last 30 seconds. You know what I mean?
That makes him more shit as a fighter. The fact that his food still hacks still there.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying, what if he got like hockey or something like that? Like, imagine how overpowered that would be.
Yeah, he has potential. Like all these guys who are like buggy.
What it has to make him like a crappy
For me,
combat fighter.
for me to believe that Foxy is like OP, is for him to summon the God Hand, the God Hand, and I'll be fine.
What if Shiki had not Shiki, Sugar had Rokushiki?
Oh my god.
What was that? Wasn't that the body armor thing?
No, that's the six powers,
CP9.
right?
I
6
don't,
powers.
I don't know them all by head. I just see him. I don't know them by
It's
name.
like if Sugar like with a devil fruit like that had like other shit.
Sugar, I don't know if when she looks like a little girl, but she's fast as an adult. I mean,
What if Whitebeard had Skywalk and Shave?
What?
well, he'd be. I mean, he could probably put.
He probably did back in the day. That's probably what made him so overpowered. Like he could probably go really fast, and then just spam his earthquakes like earthquake Gatling.
My beard was like slow though. He's like a lug.
Yeah, but he's old, so I mean we don't know how good he was in his prime. So
But he was kind of nimble, like how he like ran up on a Kainu. kind
Oh
of.
yeah.
He saw Kainu's face like, oh shit.
well, we only saw it throughout the anime outline.
That part was kind of weird though. Like, how did he get past? What's his name? What's his name? The speed dude. What's the fuck? What's his name? The guy with the glasses, the one that goes light speed on you.
Oh, Kizaru?
Kizaru, yeah. How did he get past him? Like, he couldn't get past him the first time because Kizaru, he went point blank, laser blast to the chest, and he went down on his knees. And somehow, after Ace died, he bypasses Garp, he bypasses Kizaru, he bypasses the admiral, the fleet admiral at the time.
Yo,
It's weird.
yeah, I like that. I was saying, why is it that Garp has never talked about the Straw Hat?
Probably because he doesn't want people to know his business.
You know in the original One Piece series, Garp was the one who gave Luffy the straw hat.
Yeah, I know. I think he was. I think he would say was a fisherman or some shit like that.
Yeah, he was a pirate. His
Yeah,
Garp was a pirate in the
I don't
other
think he didn't. He
series.
was a pirate. It said he was a.
Oh, he was a pirate. He wanted Luffy to become a pirate, and Luffy didn't want to be a pirate. But then
But then
he had to
again,
become one.
One Piece. That One Piece had two versions of it.
Yeah, it was the first version, and then he mixed
One
it
of
up and
them,
made
you
it.
saw Garp in a fight. He in a fight, and he won the fruit. Luffy ate it, and in another, Garp had already died.
Hmm?
Where did you guys find all this information?
Oh, you can read it
There
yourself.
was like a
It's
One Piece. It was like
four
Otis.
versions. Yeah, four
Yeah,
versions.
like
Yeah, it was the
One
first,
Piece Zero. I think it was called One Piece Zero, some shit like that. Wanted, and there was another one.
Yeah, he
Romance
made one
Dawn.
about with Ryuma in it. He actually wrote a story about Ryuma.
Oh yeah, well yeah, we know. I
I've
know
not,
about the.
I've not seen the
He
Ryuma
made
part, but I've
several.
seen the
He made a
two previous
cowboy.
versions
But
of One Piece.
Ryuma was written way before One Piece.
Yeah. So was this one. The wanted one was also written before the actual One Piece was released.
Alright. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, you could look it up. It's like it's called Wanted exclamation mark. There were like One Piece one shots or whatever, or they
Yeah,
were pre.
and then there's Romance Dawn arc,
Yeah.
which, by the way, it had its own anime version.
Yeah, the movie or no, the special.
Do you guys you know that film, the most recent one with the what's his name, Komatsu? I don't know. The guy with the fans.
The
You
Foxy.
mean the anime special? Yeah.
Yeah, do
India.
you think that haki and how he made the fan turn into like a sword blade kind of thing will come into the real mainstream series?
Yeah,
Well,
that's
what they were inspired by was the stretching of Gear 4th, the Python, I think, where Luffy stretched his arm by Luffy. Doflamingo said that Luffy expands and stretches
You know,
his
man,
arm in Gear 4th using armament.
some people
So
think that when he does the Python thing, that he's doing it unconsciously. That thing can like heat seek on Doflamingo. He could heat seek on them. Like,
yeah, I think it is because he talks to it. He's like, go
yeah,
get
no,
him.
no, I'm thinking no. I'm like, no, there's no way that thing could heat seek on Doflamingo. He's just saying go Python, like
Yeah,
just
yeah,
directing his punch.
yeah.
Wait,
Well,
hold
he's
on.
not. I don't think he's directing it.
Rago, where the hell are the manga bros?
I'm not sure.
I think one's in college or something like that.
I just realized that I haven't seen them in like months.
They
No,
were
they uploaded a few days ago, I think.
like last week, I think.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about in like our live streams.
Last time was I think Ty was in the one that I was talking about Drake.
X Drake or
No, Drake.
I think we
It's got-
saw one of the other calamities, by the way, in the underground scene. The one that was
You
like,
think
we got to
those
show
guys-
Jack about this.
no? I think that was just a random subordinate.
It could be them though. It could be, but one of them was Big Mom's crew.
This is the thing I don't understand. Like people act like the calamities, the three calamities are like the main dudes, but Yonkos have huge crews. They got like 10 upper dudes. So I don't know. Like I think the calamities
Why?
are just what?
Their
Why
crews
do they
might
have?
be
Why do they have a bunch of dudes? Why can't they only
Like
have?
they
three?
got because like okay, look at Whitebeard. You got Whitebeard. He's got like
Yeah, but Whitebeard's goal is just to have a huge family.
yeah,
Kaido's
okay, but
like-
he still he have to have a huge crew, and then we got Shanks. His main crew is huge, and we know he has some little subordinates that work under him that could be worked into a huge fleet. We don't really know for a fact yet if there's a fleet, but we do know
Who's
he's
around-
got
Who's
underlings.
around with
You know,
Shanks the most, though? Lucky Roo, Yasop, and Ben Beckman. They're his main three. The rest only appear when he calls them.
yeah, we don't know their strength level though. We don't know if they're good or not.
But you know, like you've got
Well,
these
okay.
guys, three main boys.
This is the way I see it. It's probably something like this, where, like, if you think of it as like Kaido's like the head general, and then like his three calamities are like the mini generals, and they all have like their own armies and stuff.
Well, I don't know because we don't know. They could just be like I said this before, but they could just be like scouting units or something like that. Like they could be like the people that go around raising. They could be like the
Yeah.
Then I don't.
attack.
Yeah, you said that
I don't
before, but there's no
understand that
fucking way.
logic. I don't,
don't
like.
know.
Okay, I'm not saying you're wrong because it's possible, yeah.
Yeah.
But you also say that Luffy can beat Kaido. But if Jack is just a scout dude, how on earth is he gonna beat Kaido?
Okay. Here. All right, I think because like okay, this is the reason. Another reason why I think it is because you got like you got Jack saying he was the leader of the Mammoth group or whatever. So I think like
Yeah.
I think Kaido granted them like each like an army or something like that to go around taking out islands, and then Kaido's got like a main fleet
I
that
see what you're
like
saying. I see what
that
you're
he's
saying.
got like a second in command that stays near him all the time. Because because Jack has been described as like Kaido's personal broker. Like he goes around to collecting all the black market stuff. He's the one who does all the black market stuff. And even he called him like he was like, oh, he's the errand guy. And then also Pete, remember that he was the one who does like they always talk about in the black market. So he could it was. I'm pretty sure the official translation for Jack, the Viz one, was not second in command, but a trusted confidant for Kaido.
It was more of a thing that was just saying that he wasn't exactly the right hand, but he was like.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But it was implying that the calamities were still the highest tier of Kaido's crew.
Yeah, I think they're one of the high tiers. I just don't Okay, this is the.
No.
I think it's too early to fully see Kaido's crew. I think once we get to the island.
Higher than the calamities.
No, I know what you're saying. You're saying the calamities are like
Yeah, because like think about.
Because like they never really said that he was like. They said he was the captain of the Mammoth, like a different pirate. It said some things that it didn't really seem like he was a part of. Like,
okay. The thing is,
but then the 1 billion bounty thing really makes me think like.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I know a lot of you guys in here say that bounty means nothing, but even though I disagree completely, like, there's no fucking way that second command in Whitebeard's crew, Ace, 550 mil, is like, and then like you go to Kaido's crew where, as you're saying, he's just some like random, well, not random, but he's just like a scout. Like he's on the lower tier of Kaido's crew. Has a billion.
No, I don't think he's on the lower tier. I think he is one of the top dudes, but I don't think all three calamities.
Let's say like the calamities are like the second highest tier, and then there's a tier above that that's like his main crew. Still, he's like a billion berries. Like, bro, that's so much. Like, even if he's like.
I think the bounties work a little bit differently because the bounty was never
civilians.
The bounty was never said to be issued by the world government, so it could just be like a new world thing.
Yeah, but we've seen bounties like that before. Like, does it? I don't know. I haven't read the One Piece manga like earlier on, but like when they introduced like Doflamingo, for example, the very first time in like chapter 200 or whatever, did it say issued by the?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it said issued by world government, didn't it?
I don't know.
Okay, no, but here's another thing though we gotta consider is that every single arc, like we never get introduced right away into like the main guys until once we get to the actual arc itself. Like
wait, hold up.
What?
The world government make the posters, dude.
What do you mean?
Of course they do. Who else makes them then?
Oh, the New World isn't really ran by the world government. You know that, right? Like not everywhere in the New World is ran by the world government. It's run by the Yonko.
Posters don't just sit in one town. They're spread around the world.
Okay, well, it just said it was a bounty. We don't know if it was issued by the world government. It could just be by the local people.
What he's trying to say is, like, you know how, like, Doflamingo had, like, a 500 million berry bounty on Usopp's head? He's trying to say maybe some random person in the New World has a billion berry bounty on Jack's head.
Yeah.
But why would Jack be so prestigious then if it's just some random
that's why I'm saying he could be like one of the raised, like one of the attacking corps that is known for being.
I feel like you only came up.
That would be too complicated.
I'm not trying to be rude, but I feel like you only came up with that just so you can say that Jack is like lower here than what he actually is.
Okay, well here's the thing. All right, so we're usually introduced to like I'll give you an example like with the whole Alabasta arc. We weren't introduced to his strongest dude, Mr. One, until we actually got to the actual arc. So I feel like there's more build up to the actual, like the strongest dudes in the crew. I think Jack is one of the strongest, but I don't think he's the very second in command. Like I don't think he's going to be second strongest.
Mr. Free was still Mr. Free.
Okay, but wait. Where do you think Jack is then? Where do you think he is?
I think he's probably going to be like one of the top.
Top 4.
If he was
top 4, top 5.
I think
if he was in Luffy's crew, who would he be?
He's the third strongest. I think it's Kaido. There's gonna be one guy stronger than Jack, and one guy.
I said this before.
I agree with Brago.
I said this before. Like I think Kaido. I think in order because we know the Monster 3 are all very close in power, so the Monster 3 are gonna go against Kaido's main crew, and unless you're saying like Jack is very very close to Kaido in strength, it wouldn't make any sense. Okay, so then you're saying that Zoro is miles weaker than Luffy.
I never said Jack was the right hand.
Okay, I'm talking in general.
You're talking in general, like the Monster Trio is gonna have to fight. It's gonna be weird because it's 4 guys and then there's 3 guys.
Because with the Monster Trio, Trio is very close in strength. Right?
Remember, Luffy said that can't wait to kick Jack and Kaido's ass. What if Jack is like like what if the two other calamities is Zoro and Sanji?
Yeah, like he could be the Blue Note. He could be the Blue
Yeah,
Note.
Blue Note. Yeah, exactly.
I don't think.
Wait, you guys think Jack
all the
is like Blue Note?
parallel.
Well, Blue Note was made to be pretty strong right away. Remember that?
Wait,
I mean, yeah, but I think Jack is like the third strongest. He has one more guy, and then it's Jack and somebody else.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
I like the Blue Note. I like the Blue Note because Blue Note was the fourth strongest CP9. It was Blue Note.
Yeah, I
Jabra,
agree with that.
Kaku.
Yeah. Okay, but
No, but the thing is, if
Jack's
Jack
the fourth
is
strongest-
Blue Note, right?
Yeah.
That means they're like 3 stronger guys.
No, two.
Yeah,
two,
that's
two.
what I'm saying. Okay, the Monster 3 are always very close, right? So if the Monster 3 are gonna fight Kaido's strongest 3, the two below Kaido should be close to Kaido in strength if it's gonna be a good fight.
Okay, wait, hold on. I think that like Luffy's crew is gonna take out like the weaker members first before they fight Kaido, because I don't think their crew is even close to strong enough to just fight up like head to head, like Luffy versus Kaido, Zoro versus Jack, and then Sanji versus whoever.
But then it would sort of like undermine Kaido's crew, and it would just say like Kaido is the soul.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I like this because I like what you're saying because honestly, if Luffy said it before, he can't wait to kick Jack and Kaido's ass. So if Jack was shown first, like it's kind of weird to see the strongest guy, like one of the strongest guys shown first. So if Luffy beats Jack and the two other calamities, Zoro and Sanji, take those on like on a later date when they get stronger, to actually take on Kaido. Like,
Yeah.
Wait,
that would be kind of cool. Like
why are we just dismissing this bounty though?
I was just about to say that.
The bounty is really confusing because there's a lot of factors involved. But like what I'm saying is, from what Jack showed, I feel like he definitely
5 days,
can't.
bro. 5 days.
Yeah,
So?
Kaido would have crushed him in 2 seconds, man.
But you have
we don't know how
to remember
strong
that Jack did
strong.
5 days straight, whereas Inuarashi and Nekomamushi took
Yo,
breaks.
I'm saying right
But he didn't win. That's like
But we don't know
if he took
how-
on
we
for
don't know
5
how
days
strong
and then
Luke
won.
No. Jack was clean. These guys, 5 days and 5 nights. Jack was clean, no sleep.
He didn't
And
have
we
a
don't know how
crack
strong
on
the
him.
Dukes are. I don't think they're weak at all.
You see Robin, Frankie, and Brooke, struggling to stay up that one night, yo. Jack's 5
Okay,
nights.
The thing about that is like Oda. I think what Oda's purpose was and what he did is he was trying to hype up both as like really strong
definitely.
warriors.
That's just him. That's just the whole awakened
thing
zone.
is,
I think
People
hyped
took
up
it the
because-
wrong way, and some people were like, "Oh, Jack is weak as fuck," and some people were like, "The Minks are weak as fuck." But like,
Well, like Luffy
I think they're
said,
both
the
pretty
last
hot.
person.
Yeah, exactly.
The last person Luffy said was strong
Was
was
Inuarashi.
Tora.
And,
And
okay,
then
but
he said, and then
yeah,
he said, and then he said
Fujitora.
Inuarashi.
my other reason though, like for
Inuarashi Nekomamushi strong, and then the fact that even Capone was shook of Nekomamushi. So like Nekomamushi was shown to be strong. So the fact that
I think they're
were
pretty
alternating,
powerful. Jack is just a beast.
yeah. So the fact that these powerhouses are alternating and still struggling to take him down, he was not budging.
okay.
So that
Thing
was why
is-
Jack was
But I
strong.
still think he's weak though.
Why do you think he's weak?
Well, the thing about Jack is
hold
that
on.
He might be the bottom, like
I
the
don't
third,
get no, but
the
here's the
third
thing.
calamity up to the
I
first
think
one.
his fruit is kind of lame in my opinion. That's one of the big reasons because like I don't know. I think a mammoth being second strongest.
That's like King Eleni mentality. Extra.
Now, let's do
Yeah,
this. Let's do this. Think about when we first got introduced to Luffy's fruit.
Okay, yeah, but how is look, Kaido is like made this huge like
You gotta
beast,
trust
like, and then
Oda,
his second in
dude.
command is just like a hairy elephant. It doesn't make much
Oh
sense.
no.
Nah, bro, that's stupid. That's like saying, oh, the second in command of CP0 is a fucking or CP9's a fucking giraffe. CP9's trash.
And he was your favorite character.
Okay, but CP9 was exaggerated for their fighting abilities. He didn't even need a fruit. He didn't even need a fruit.
Isn't?
But
He got
Kaido's
way stronger with his
Kaido's
fruit.
is exaggerated for the beast pirate. They're called the beast pirates. They're known for their specific animal powers. So if the second strongest is like just a hairy elephant, it's gonna be kind of weird.
Wait.
None of
he's
us are
not-
saying
he's
he's
not-
the
no, wait,
second
Bro,
strongest.
but you're downplaying his fruit. Like, you can say that about any zone. You can just
he's
like,
not
oh,
he's not
Marco's
an
just a
elephant,
fucking bird on fire. He's
Yeah, but he's a
trash.
mythical zone. Mythical zones are awesome.
No,
man.
he's
Well, he's
ancient
ancient-
zone.
ancient
Ancient zone.
Ancient zone's
With
pretty high
Marco?
too, yo.
No, I'm talking about Marco. Marco.
Yeah, I
is
know.
mythical.
But Jack is an ancient zone, which is right below mythical.
It's still not as cool.
I think Jack
because
is-
in terms
Oh,
of
come on.
Okay, so real quick, would it be
Cool
surprising if
It is
Jack
cool,
was
though,
second in
man.
command?
It is-
Would it be surprising?
No.
It wouldn't be surprising if he was second in command.
it would be
That's why
surprising. It would-
Streaks is the strongest in the series, because he's fucking got a scar, no arm, dude. He's badass.
Well, okay, if he is second in command, it might not be super surprising, but it would, in my opinion, drop Kaido a little bit more down on the power spectrum.
I think because we look at bounty and we try to like disregard it, and it's like, oh, because he kills people, his bounty's high. But then it's like, look at Ace's bounty. He was just 550, even though all the shit he was about.
Plus his
Well, it could
gold
be because he was part of Whitebeard's crew. He was a Yonko member, so they had to
Wait, you also
fucking
gotta-
double
you
his
gotta
bounty.
remember
No, but he
That's
was
why
the second
we have
commander of Whitebeard's crew. Whitebeard, you can argue that he was like a tier higher than Kaido.
Wait. I'm gonna bring up something though. It's funny how you never seen Jozu or Marco's bounty. Honestly,
They're gonna be in the billions as well.
yeah,
But
I believe that Marco and Jozu are way stronger than Ace. Let's be honest here. I know a lot of people get angry for me saying Jozu's stronger than Ace.
I agree.
I believe Jozu.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
they're strong. I think Jose's a bit stronger. I don't think Jose's way stronger. I
Ace's
think
potential is probably just a lot better than the.
How
Yeah. Ace had
how
way
old
more
was Ace when he
potential.
died?
20.
22.
Yeah.
3 years older than.
Yeah, Ace never even like hit his prime. Like,
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
maybe
he was youngin. He was a youngin.
that could explain it.
Marco could be like 100. So
I think Marco's probably as strong as Jack. I don't give a fuck what anyone
well,
says.
Okay, let me just go back to my original point. I'm not sure if I really covered this. Okay, so you got the Monster 3, right? They're all very, very, very close in strength. Like you got, like, they're like, if you got 100 scale or something like that, they're all 90 or higher. Like you got Sanji's like probably like 95, Zoro's probably like 97,
Yeah.
Luffy's probably like not 100 or something like that. You could argue anywhere between the 90s usually, but it like the way I see it is like even though Jack is strong, he's like a huge, he's a monster. He's got like this probably some overpowered awakening for his fruit or whatever, so he can survive a very long time. But like, if Kaido was in there, he would have absolutely crushed him, more than likely. You know what I'm saying? He's a Yonko, and so I would expect a second in command to be at least close to that.
Can I
the thing
pause
is,
you?
it's hard to say that because we don't know how strong the Dukes are.
Can I pause that? So what do you think we are saying about Jack?
What do you mean?
What do you think we're saying to you? What do you think our point of view is?
Joint forces kicked in.
The
No, like reword that. Like I'm kind of confused.
All right, I'll take your.
So like, what do you think we're saying to you? Like, we're not saying he's second in command to Kaido.
Well, wait, isn't that what Fruit's saying though?
well, I was
No.
saying I wouldn't be surprised if he was second in command.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either.
I wouldn't be super surprised just because it was kind of like stated, like kind of indirectly implied it could be the case, but it would definitely like kind of be a little bit disappointing unless they really exaggerated his fruit or something like that, like they give him some like godly awakening form
Well,
or something
okay,
like that.
the only two people we've seen. Okay, I'm just gonna say this is my final statement on the thing. Okay, so we saw Jack. He fought against the Minks, but we don't even know first off if he's full power or whatever. Okay, he fought against the Minks and he kind of lost. We don't know how strong the Minks are. The second thing we've seen him do is that he fought two admirals and a vice admiral, and he destroyed 2 of the 3 ships, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Shooting down ships
we-
is not a big accomplishment.
We don't.
And then they
Shooting
lied.
down ships is like
And then they lied about what happened because we know
He
Jack.
didn't shoot down the ships. He destroyed the ships.
we don't know. Well, he could have shot him down with a cannon. We don't know.
Well, yeah, exactly. The thing is, we don't even know.
A mammoth prison ship with a cannon.
Yeah, little tusks that shoot cannons.
No. The mammoth prison ship is the marine ship that carries hostages. The ones that like are bigger
Wait,
than
is
any
the-
lobby.
maybe he controlled the prison ships because they're the mammoth.
Okay, hold on. Let me put it this way. If next chapter came out and it said that Jack rescued Doflamingo, would your opinion of him be higher?
I'd be pissed.
Wait,
I
what?
don't think mine would
Yeah,
change
fine.
because I already think he did.
I
Yeah,
would be
no, I'm
pissed.
talking one world. If
What would you say?
if it
What
came
would you
out-
say?
if it came out and Otis said that like we had 100% proof that Jack freed Doflamingo and they both got away, would you think higher of Jack?
I would think completely different about everything in One Piece. The whole power scale, my entire power scale would just flash into a million pieces.
Well, I thought of something. You know, like how Jack and how Cody keeps on saying that he's awakened and he's very durable because of it. Maybe
Yeah.
his actual physical strength isn't that great, but his durability is on some
That's
next
what I
level
said, because
stuff. Like
it fell
Kaido.
down zone guards. They could survive all sorts of crazy stuff for a very, very long period of time over and over again. So you just scale that up a little bit and you got Jack, you know?
I mean, but the fact that he's that durable, I mean, it's
Durability doesn't mean, like, you could just, like, what's durability in the end? Like, all that means is that
I mean,
he had
you
good
last
durability for
longer.
surviving.
you end up winning.
Not really. He didn't win.
Well,
think-
durability is super important against Luffy, who can only
It's
use
okay,
his...
but that's like
look
saying
at- I
that's
think-
like giving a character insane speed but nothing else. You know what I mean?
No, but look at durability. I think durability came into play with like Akainu versus Aokiji.
Well, isn't that what Hakuba is? Hakuba's pretty fucking strong.
Hakuba, yeah, but he's just fast, and even Rebecca could.
Yeah, but-
Even Rebecca avoided it.
Yeah, well, Rebecca was the only one that could, and it wasn't... I'm pretty sure there was something going on there. I don't remember what exactly happened.
I don't know. The whole power scale, in my opinion, is really messed up at this point. Hopefully, it's like established better because I'm so confused
It
in so
won't-
many different
It won't
aspects.
be. It won't ever be.
Like no,
Yeah.
but at least between like the Yonkos, the crew, because especially with Whitebeard, we don't know how strong his
I
crew
don't
was.
think
We
I
don't know how
do
strong
that.
Whitebeard.
Okay, real quick, a question. They
Yeah.
said by Seed Hider, he says every big pirate group has 3 people under captains that can go
Okay.
against admirals. Luffy only has 2. What do you think? Who do you think the third one will be?
Usopp.
It's gonna be Jinbei.
No,
Usopp.
I don't think.
Usopp.
Usopp is actually a very, very good
Usopp?
candidate, I believe.
Yeah, but to fight with an admiral.
Okay, no,
or a
but okay, look, Usopp's Yasop scared an admiral. Didn't he like aim a gun at was it Kizaru or something like
That's
that?
Ben.
No,
that's Ben Beck.
Oh,
it was like that. What's his name? The guy with the gun on Whitebeard's crew.
It's gonna be Jinbei.
No, didn't Yasop aim his gun at somebody?
No,
Yeah,
it was the
yeah,
guy
Admiral?
on Whitebeard's crew.
It was that
The
Blackbeard
sniper on
guy.
Whitebeard's crew.
Because I remember who said that like Yasop was one of Shank's top guys or whatever.
I don't. Is he one of the top guys?
I mean, we assume he is. because
I
he's
think
only-
okay, because Usopp has already been established. Oda pretty much said that he's never going to have insane physical strength. So I think his hockey will be really exaggerated at this point, where it'll be like he will rely mostly on hockey, which will probably grant him the same kind of strength Yasop has.
I mean, you
Yeah,
guys
no,
really
but
think...
that's-
Usopp is in Shanks' crew, though. You know.
You guys really think that Usopp can get strong enough to fucking...
I think he's going to be really strong because like the way he's getting like exaggerated right now.
Yeah. Either
And,
Usopp.
and he was one of the first few, like along with the Monster 3. The Monster 3 were
He's the
established.
vice captain, bro.
Yeah, he was established very early on in the story.
He's not
and
vice captain.
He
Zoro
always
is,
yeah,
man.
he would always fight one of the stronger dudes, like
Who?
you know, after Zoro and Sanji. He like during Arlong Park he fought Shu, and then
Usopp's the original captain. He said he wanted to be captain. And
yeah,
now
he
he is.
Oda originally wanted Usopp to be vice captain. Yeah, vice captain.
Zoro's vice captain, man. It
But no,
states-
originally Oda wanted Usopp to be vice captain.
Okay, originally.
I don't know. I think it's either Usopp is going to be that guy or someone else powerful joins the crew.
It's
Like,
See,
gonna
the
be
thing
Yeah,
about
yeah.
snipers in One Piece is just like, what the like, they can't do anything.
They don't.
See, I
snipers
don't get it. Like,
Snipers don't jump into battle. They like stay
Yeah.
behind. Like,
Even okay, like,
wait. What happened? Was snipers don't?
it has to be Jinbei, I guess.
bro, what the hell? Okay, like, assuming Von Auger is
Come
like
on.
really strong, what the fuck is Von Auger going to do
because
against Kaido?
typically,
Von
typically,
Auger's
like,
feats?
in war, like snipers don't go on.
I think Von Auger has observation
A lot
hockey.
of
Like,
people say that Von Auger is like top 3 strongest on Blackbeard's crew, but what the fuck?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
agree
no,
either.
Wait.
the top three
who
for
is-
me, I think it's
Who is
Whitebeard.
Von Auger beating in a fight? Like,
So who do you guys think is top 3 in Blackbeard's crew?
Okay.
Blackbeard is the opposite. I think his most trusted people are the weakest, and
Yeah.
his least,
same.
like his most,
Okay,
his like
listen,
least trusted, like Aokiji and Shiryu are the strongest.
I think that.
I'm gonna go.
all right, so
Alright,
you
so
one round.
Sorry for ganging up on you.
I'm gonna get food. I'm hungry.
Alright, see, bro.
Mac, what were you saying?
Okay, I think Blackbeard's crew. I remember when they were showing the original Blackbeard crew, except Lafayette, who was out with the Mary Jo while doing the shit, Blackbeard's roller shit. Yeah, but they had Blackbeard and Von Auger in the middle. Then it had Doc Hugh and Bergs on the side. So what? And then Berg was shown to be the first division commander. So, but why were people so like hyped of Berg as being like the right hand man and stuff like that?
The Burgess isn't the right hand.
Yeah, people thought that like, yo, they're like Sabo wrecked burgers, Blackbeard's crew is shit. So like, I see people say
Nah,
that.
they tripping.
Because honestly, I feel like Von Auger and Lafayette are like the guys from his original crew, and that's not even putting the level 6 guys. Shiryu's, I feel like Shiryu's up there with like.
Shiryu is up there. I believe
It's like-
Avalo Pizarro is pretty strong. I think Katarina is pretty
Yeah.
strong.
Oh yeah.
Oda needs to implement some like new type of like, I don't know, whether it be hockey or something, some new mechanic into the story that like lets snipers be relevant.
What is
It's like-
San Juan Wolf?
He's like, I don't
Fucking
know.
huge giant.
It's like I'm not sure what role he's gonna play and everything.
He's
But
weird,
it's like
man.
I
Yeah, what
don't.
the fuck is San Wolf actually? What the
I know the question is always like, where was he?
Yeah, where was he?
Where the
He
hell
was under Impel Down.
like, how the hell did he fit and impel down? Like, I don't know.
But I think every single before the time skip, every single level 6 prisoner was stronger than every single one of our Blackbeard's
Oh yeah.
original crew. Yeah.
That thing is weird though. How did he fit in Impel Down?
That's what Braga was just saying.
Yeah, so
No, I'm sorry. Like I was just thinking. Like I didn't hear Brago say it. Like
How did he leave Impel Down?
how did he? Well, not just leave. How did he go inside? Like the door's not that big, and this dude is huge. And we've seen the
Maybe-
doors on Impel Down.
No, because he's in the water. I was gonna say maybe he can grow, but no, he's in the water,
So I was
isn't he?
thinking maybe if they had a fucking giant underwater submarine or ship, or there's an underwater passage.
Yo, when I seen him in Marineford, I got shook. I'm not gonna lie. What the fuck is this guy was?
It's not Juan Wolf is
He's
the father
creepy,
of
dude.
Foxy.
I don't get him. He's so confusing.
The way he used the pillar in Marineford, like that, he just like looking at pulling a chopper.
He's like
Maybe he's
awkward.
Zoe's mom.
Oh my! Oh my!
Let's say that's Big Mom's
Oh.
baby daddy.
If there is
Yeah,
a fight
Zoe and Big Mom had sex.
Oh my! This is too much.
That's just Sanji's getting married.
Zunisha. Zunisha.
if there is a battle between the Blackbeard crew, I think Sunfun Wolf is probably going to face the Sunny.
Say it again.
What?
He's probably going to face the Sunny. Frankie's going to put some fucking automaton within the ship, like a robot, in the ship, going head
I
to
was
head.
having.
So the
I
robot
was
is gonna
thinking of
transform like a Power Ranger or something.
Yeah, that's some shit like that. Frankie could do that with the ship. He could put a robot in there, like.
I
if
was
he-
thinking of something the other day. You know Alabaster
Yeah.
and how their poneglyph talks about Pluton and its location, right?
Mhm.
And how Frankie has the blueprints to Pluton and all this yada yada, and how he's got blue hair and Vivi's got blue hair. I was just thinking maybe his family might be the Alabaster Kingdom.
Oh, come on, no. That's way too much, man.
I don't think.
Yo, this is
That's
been a
way
trend,
too
yo.
much.
This has been a trend, yo. This has
You
been a
you
trend.
could say what's his name? Iceberg had blue hair.
You could say Buggy as well.
Maybe they all.
The hair coloring connection is getting me annoyed. I'll be honest with you. All these connections with the hair. This person's blonde, yo. It's part of the Vince family.
So you don't think Shanks and Kid are brothers?
No,
I will have to give some-
Gaimon is related to Zoro.
I know King of Lightning. Roger wants. They want to put the Killer and Bellamy are related to what's his name, Sanji. Mainly because they said that the reason why Bellamy doesn't have any eyebrows, he shaved them.
And he cut himself while shaving.
That's
Well,
one. That's one huge part.
They said that the reason why they all left is because
Right.
Bellamy might be the oldest. He
Bro.
left because he was gonna go through the same shit as Sanji. And when I'm hearing that, I'm thinking maybe that's not because Bellamy's like a fucking he's kind of like a guy where you give up on him because he can't fucking do the deal right. So
No.
they're gonna toss him aside.
Yeah,
And-
I had a video on that.
I don't
You know
know.
what King of Lightning's theory on the next arc was? That Nami is actually
going to marry Sanji.
Nami is actually one of Big Mom's daughters because
Yeah,
we
yeah,
don't know
yeah,
who Nami's
yeah.
parents are, and that she's actually Purin.
That's
What in
far
there?
fetched.
Way.
That's far fetched because the manga
That's the
stated
stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
She's gonna get summoned next.
Who said that? Who said that?
No,
That
I
was
think it was
King of
Rogers
Lightning.
Base. Rogers
King
Base
of
said it,
Lightning?
I think.
Yeah, it was King of Lightning.
Whatever.
No, it's Roger. I think Roger said
No, it was King of Lightning.
Whoever.
Whoever
Because
said I'm gonna break their necks, yo. Break their
That
necks,
theory
yo.
goes out the door because it was stated in the manga when Nami's stepmother rescued her, her parents died in an attack. Her and Nojiko's parents, they all died in an attack. So how could it be Big Mom?
Also, like, why didn't Capone say, "Yo, Nami, come back"? Like, why
Yeah,
would you
yeah,
say Nami?
exactly. That makes no sense. I just thought it was funny. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, King of Lightning?
Yeah.
Even
I saw
I'm not
a
gonna lie,
thing
even the killer
also-
Bellamy. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, the killer is yeah, but Bellamy. I'm not for the Bellamy part. Killer is even like I'm kind of because I want the Visible family to be new characters revealed. I want to see new
Honestly,
characters, new
The
designs.
thing is, why would all the brothers leave? Like,
Yeah,
all the
that's-
brothers not leave.
I think that because when it comes to being in the family, you have to marry outside, because you're part of the family. I don't know. Maybe it's something like that where everyone just okay, gonna marry
Okay.
this one.
Yo, watch.
If Bellamy is not the brother, if Bellamy is not the brother, what use does he have for the future? Because he has a Vivre card for Luffy.
He's gonna join the crew.
Well, honestly, I feel like we're gonna have a Bellamy cover story.
I want Bellamy to join the crew.
Dude, you know how funny it would be is if like the Straw Hats are like on their like last limb against Yonko's crew, and all of a sudden Bellamy just comes in to save the day.
With his own crew, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's an order.
And then no, and then he has like a gear second. He's like, I learned from Luffy. I saw him
Gear
fight.
second.
Although-
Luffy Senpai.
You are kind of right though, Brago, because he just have the spring fruit. The spring fruit's almost reminiscent to the gum fruit in a way. It's almost like rubber
pretty
steel.
similar. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
in the anime-
if he does go gear second, then I'm gonna call bullshit on Oda, man.
Why?
It's just weird, man. It'd be just weird.
I mean, he's not gonna call it. I don't think he's gonna call it gear second. I don't know.
I know the
They must
anime they had
have,
like a filler
man.
move. Luffy had like a filler move where he's like spring hopper or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did like. Well, Luffy typically incorporates like things he sees into his fighting. Like,
Didn't he do that in the manga too?
I don't remember seeing it in the manga.
Like when he does that fucking gum cannon shit, like Culverin, because it does look like a spring, and then it goes completely inside his arm.
True. He means like the gorilla gun.
The gorilla gun.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
Culverin,
first one.
Culverin, or what's this called?
Lami.
Why the hell is Luffy thinking about Bellamy during his time skip training? That's what I want.
Hey, you guys see that thing in the comments? I saw a theory about Lami being Purin. Who the hell's that?
Who?
What? Was it
In the comments for Brago's video.
Oh, Nathan La Company.
Lami's isn't Lami like?
I saw a theory about Lami.
Now,
Now, Nami being Purin.
Is that
Is that
Lost
supposed to
Sister?
say Nami?
Yeah.
Or no, isn't what's Lost Sister name?
Law's sister.
Yeah, isn't it Lami or something like that?
Oh, Lami. Okay, Lost Sister. Okay, I remember her.
The one who died.
Fuck, that would make no
Supposedly
sense.
died. That never been
But she
shown.
died.
No,
Oh, so she didn't die?
She
That's
did.
what there's- No, but there's some people who have theories that.
Oh, it says
alive.
Lami Nami.
No. Lami is the Lost Sister.
That's what I'm saying. Like.
I'm confused to be honest. Fuck it.
Faroob, you know you're saying earlier how Raizo might be Momo.
hmm
I totally dig that. I think that's correct.
Oh, come on. It can't be Momonosuke, man. Like, so you're telling me that Oda's been
No,
fooling us?
no. You got to listen up. It's not. He isn't Momo or Momo. He's room still. The Momo we saw this chapter is Raizo.
Oh, come on.
Why is it so
Oh,
far
dude.
fetched,
It's too far-fetched, man.
Nah,
Why-
bro. You think about it, dude.
How
He
did
just like
language
walks.
appear?
He just randomly walks out of the forest, like,
Came out of
hey,
nowhere.
hey,
But-
it's my parents. Like, what?
Yeah, we all kind of said that when we saw it. Was like, how the hell did he get out? Like, just
Like,
I don't know.
Okay,
and
okay. For
find his
now,
parents.
I'll take it until probably 2 weeks from now.
And real quick, in the chapter, right? Like, if
Yeah.
I just seen my dad, whatever, and I see Kanjuro. Like in the chapter, like, why was he holding on to Kanjuro and not to Kinemon?
I don't know. Let me go
Oh,
see.
true.
Like, if that, like,
That's a good
Because
point.
they're close friends, man. Like, they're samurai. Samurais, they're like buddy.
Yeah, but he
but
was
still,
like,
it's
"Oh,
like-
Dad, you're safe."
yeah. But then he
What?
wasn't holding on. But like, why are you holding on to Kanjuro and not Kinemon?
Okay,
That's why I
so
said-
let me
that's
put
why-
it
that's
this
why I
way.
brought up, yo. That's why I brought
Let-
up, yo. Momonosuke
Let's
is the one
say
that's
let's
being
say
wanted,
that
right?
Brago,
Right?
let's say Brago, you have a pet, a dog, and you bring you and what's his name again? You and Fruit, like you invite Fruit to your house, and you both go in the door, and the dog sees two of you and decides to choose one of you.
I'm good. What? What do you mean?
Like, let's say like you meet Fruit on the streets,
Yep.
and you ask him to come to your house, right?
Yep.
And you got a dog, and you
Yep.
open the door, and you think the dog would probably go to you, but the fact that Fruit comes over once in a while, he's like accustomed to Fruit, and he just goes to Fruit before you, even though he both sees you.
I
So
don't
you could
think
say-
my dog would, no. I think no, because my dog will come to me first. Then he'd probably go to Fruit.
Okay, I have because I brought up the whole thing about how Momonosuke said he's like Kiyama said he's like the retainer of the family, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Kel was the
yeah,
retainer of
it's
the
kind of
family.
like a
What does
lawyer.
retainer mean?
It's like
Yeah, it has
the
multiple
guard. It's like the
meanings.
guard.
It means lawyer or someone that does
It like
something
protects
in
them.
between, keeps something stable in between.
Yeah, it's like it kind of like it protects them. And so I was thinking maybe if
So
what if Momonosuke is like, because everybody wants Momonosuke. Is that the thing? Doflamingo wants Momonosuke. Like Momonosuke is one of the cards, right? He's like a person that everyone wants.
Look at
Right?
him.
so I was thinking when I read that when he said he was a retainer. Now I'm thinking that Momonosuke is not related to the Shogun. I'm thinking that he's probably a servant boy who wants to, he wants to go on greatness. So maybe because
I
the
don't know.
Wano
I think
leader is dead or something.
you think
Nah,
about it, he's probably more likely to be like a son of a shogun because they have like the 3 retainers or whatever it is. And
Yeah, but a
If he
retainer
is-
it's kind of like someone that works under somebody else. So why would he
It's
be the
weird.
Shogun's son?
the whole Kinemon and Momo like family situation, it's probable that Kinemon is the father, right? But the fact that Momo wants to be Shogun and that like he doesn't act like a normal kind of kid, he acts kind of high and mighty,
Yeah, that's the
suggests that
thing.
he's of
That's what I'm
noble
saying.
origin.
Harvey.
He's probably like a servant boy or some shit like that.
Okay.
I don't
Anyway,
think so.
look at the picture. Look at the picture I sent in the
Unemployed
chat.
now.
Well,
Tell me that
let's say for now that Wano doesn't have a leader, that Kaido killed the leader, and they're leaderless right now, and probably in one day Momonosuke wants to rise to that because he wants to be leader. So the Shogun is dead. There's no family members to take over as Shogun.
Well, Theory 2 brought up a really good point in that, like he acts like really proper, like he's trying to be like a true samurai. So I don't think he would be a servant boy. Like he wouldn't be as proper as he is if he was a servant.
Well, there have been like anime shows or in real life where samurai people who weren't samurais were trained under the samurai code and they became samurais.
Another point
Or people
is
who weren't
when
kings who were poor have risen up to become kings.
Yeah,
another
but he's like
point
5 years old, dude. He had to have been trained since an infant.
when Kinemon gave him clothes, he gave him like a little girl's kimono, and he said, "Ha ha, it's funny that a traditional like kid's clothing suits you," suggesting that he doesn't normally wear that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, good point.
Traditional
Momo is super important for some reason.
I don't know, man. Well, when he said about the thing about traditional clothes, it could be because Wano they don't wear the same clothes they used to back then. It could be a new style.
Did Kaido? Did Dofi want him to have him as like a bargaining chip against Kaido?
I think so.
Well, it was probably more of a thing like maybe if
Well-
he gave him to Kaido, he would get more influence on Kaido or something.
Yeah, 'cause I don't
Yeah,
think
maybe
Dofi
like bargaining chip would imply he would like try to like get something from Kyle. Doflamingo's
Oh
not
fuck,
that
One
different.
Piece Nation.
But I don't think Dofi was planning to be on the Kaido forever.
Yeah, well, he also knows if he left Kaido, he would die.
There's
I
that whole
think
thing with the whole artificial fruits malfunctioning later on.
Yeah.
Have a look at that picture in the chat and tell me that is Momo.
It looks weird, bro.
Wait a
What
minute.
looks weird, his face?
Yeah. It looks like a
It's not
mature reaction.
normal.
I don't know.
No, I'm
it's not
telling you,
normal.
man.
Because Momo normally has the creep face on.
Yeah, that's the thing. The first time, yeah, because the first panel on the right, it shows that he's looking at Nami. On the left, he's looking at her boobs.
Huh?
So you're right.
No, he actually is right.
You're right. He is looking at her tits.
That's true.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like he saw her. Like in the second one, he's blushing. He's looking at her boobs.
True, but
That
Bruh.
dress is too revealing, man. Like
just look at this. Just
No,
look at
I thought we already knew Momonosuke was an evil pervert. I thought they were like
They're all-
already going
I think they're all gonna be perverts, man. I think even Raizo is gonna be a pervert. He's probably be swimming in minks right now.
How funny would it be if Raizo's the only guy that's not a
Look,
pervert? Like,
guys,
they're all
Fruit
perverts.
and Braga agree. Look at this next one.
Fruven
This
Brock.
is not-
Yeah, I think it's possible. It's possible that it's not Momo.
I don't know. The whole just like randomly coming out of a forest is just too much
It's
for
just
me.
odd. Like how
I know, he looked like random.
It's just like they were walking through a
but- okay,
forest,
so-
and then
so-
Momonosuke just randomly walks up.
Let's say for the fact that this dude is Raizo, that he transformed. So, but why would he call immediately father and Conjuro?
Yeah, that is true. I don't know.
And
Then
yeah, another thing.
if he was Raizo, he would have said Conjuro, and then he would have said no. He would say Kinemon, then Conjuro. But why say father, then Conjuro? So that's got to be the real Momonosuke.
Also, Raizo says ete a lot, don't he?
Yeah, that's the thing, Ete, and he doesn't. So I'm thinking, the Ete thing. I think he probably was raised on. He probably spent time on Zo with that monkey dude. Because that monkey dude, like, he's called Barry Ete, and he ends his sentences with Ete, so probably that's why. Probably was on guard duty or some shit like that.
That's a good point.
Possible, or possibly just like saying the word essay. I mean,
Yeah,
I
because-
feel like sometimes people overthink things with one thing theory.
Yeah,
and,
but
like, he
the
talks
monkey,
a certain
the
way.
monkey, his guard duty is just to ring the bell. And the fact that you could say that him and Raizo are good friends, so him and Raizo are lookouts. So basically, that's why he caught the Ete thing. So
But Ashura, don't be surprised if it turns out that Momo is a fake.
I won't be. I'm just gonna wait 2 weeks. 2 weeks, Will. 2 weeks, man. 2 weeks.
Well, people have been saying forever that there's something that Shinimo, Kanjuro, and Momonosuke are like off.
Well, that's the thing. Now we know. Now
Something
we
is
know.
off.
Well, something is
no,
off.
no, that's not true because we know that now. Like what's actually been going on. That they're actually they're not retarded.
Well, they're not really saying anything, but now we know why Raizo is a friend of the Minks.
Well, I made a video a long time ago, and I noticed when I was rereading Punk
But this
that it
the-
seems like whatever happened on Wano, they decided not to eat afterwards, and then the first time they ever ate was when Sanju gave them food at Punk Hazard.
One piece logic. Go days and days without food.
I don't know.
Because when they ate, they started crying, and he said to Momo,
It
"You've gone
could
this
be-
long without eating. It must have been so hard."
It could probably be because samurais don't like to pander.
Yeah.
They want to
But
eat.
yeah,
their
it's just because
food.
he's honorable and he doesn't like to take free food and things like that. Like
Well, the straw,
Maybe.
don't the straw hats, like, where do the straw hats get half of their food? Like, that's never really explained. I assume they just steal it, honestly.
Let me see.
The food.
Let's
I
see
think
if
it's
I can find it.
well. I don't know, man. Maybe off panel they get that they already arrive on an island. But how long does the food last on the ship?
This
you
is my
know.
problem with One Piece. This is the problem. So many things aren't explained. It's like, wait, they haven't stopped moving to Fifth Man Island. With the amount of food Luffy eats.
Wait. I
Literally-
think didn't the fridge was stocked up on food after the Punk Hazard thing?
Yeah.
I think, but still, with
yeah, I'll be right back.
Actually, Luffy hasn't been on the sunny for too long, so I guess I could buy that.
Yeah, I mean, it's the food.
Yeah, because Luffy hasn't been on the sunny since the journey. It's like an extended period since what, the journey of Punk Hazard?
Well, let's remember.
Yeah, the
that-
journey of Dressrosa.
Let's remember that the Sunny has it has a lock though. So
True, yes, there's a stone lock on the fridge.
yeah, but then again, Luffy can just rip that thing off. Like
You're worried about the wrong things right now. Yeah.
Whoa, no, wait. I think we should worry about the fact that he just said Luffy could rip a stone lock.
All right, that's okay. You're not about to argue about the strength of the lock on the fridge.
No, I thought we can argue that Luffy ripping stone.
Nah, man. Here we go.
It's stone for the love of God, people.
Alright.
Zoro can't even cut that stuff. What they do think Luffy can rip it?
What are you on about? What are you on about?
They're talking about the strength of a lock.
No.
I'm not
No,
talking about
we're
it.
talking
It's
about
what we
how we just said that this guy just said Luffy could rip a stone lock.
I didn't say that.
You said the lock is stone, and you
That's what
said
I said.
Luffy could just rip it off.
Sea stone is unbreakable, apparently.
Yeah, stone is unbreakable, or at least unless you're a certain strength, and I don't think.
Break sea stone.
Yeah, anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is a different ass conversation anyway.
I don't know what we're talking about anymore. But I say this, man. I do think that could be Raizo. Momonosuke could be Raizo. I don't know if we go right into flashback next.
We're gonna go into flashback,
There's
man.
another
Because
thing
we have to
also
know
with
why. We have to know why they are friends with Raizo. Why? There's gotta be something Raizo did for them or some shit like that. Maybe the elephant got sick. It was about to fucking drown the people of Zou or some shit like that.
The thing is, every time we're about to find something out,
there's
like,
another
I don't think it's anything that Raizo did specifically. Like, I don't think Raizo himself did something. I think it's just that Minks are honorable people, and they needed to help him out because they know that they're related to their other clan that they're friends with.
But what happened to them though? Like,
guys.
why
There's
would
another
they
thing
risk
about
genocide? That's basically what it's on my mind right now. Why would you risk genocide for just one guy, even if he
Well,
is
he's obviously
your friend?
really important.
maybe
You don't know why he's important. I don't think it's like, I
I
don't
think
know.
he obviously saved Zoe before. That's what I think.
I don't think that's what it is.
Let's
I
all
could
be
be wrong.
honest. We all know Raizo is freaking Gold Roger. We all know it.
Here we go.
I,
Here we go.
and we all know he's Gold Roger from the future.
Gold Roger's good.
I currently theorizing what anime fan talk's next theory will be.
Wow. Why you always taking shots at AFT One Piece?
I'm kidding, I'm sorry. I couldn't. The opportunity was great there.
Gotcha. All right. On that note, I think it's about time.
Really.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know when I'm streaming again. Maybe. No, I said Friday. Friday at 10.
I'm saying you literally just said in the comment.
I know. I was like, I already said it. Yeah. So Friday at 10. Yeah. So Friday at 10. I'm a stream.
good stream, bro.
He's streaming Boris anime.
Boris. I think Mac knows him, so I'll ask Mac. I'll ask Mac if he wants to be a part of it. Get Boris anime in here.
Before you go, also just one last.
Get him off a treasure cruise.
I see
One
Roger's
last
base knows
picture.
like too. I'm gonna tell Cody to tell Roger to tell Nah. What were you
If we had a
saying?
stream with Boris Anime, Rogers, and One Piece, it would be lit.
What were you gonna say, Theory? Theory?
I think it's mic cut off or something like that.
You think he left?
No, I think it's no. I think it's mic cut off or something.
Or maybe his internet. I don't know. But I appreciate you guys stopping through, man. It's always a pleasure. Dang, T-Master, why are you going in on Boris like that? You said Boris equals
Boring
boring.
treasure cruise gamer.
Boris has some of the best theories in the One Piece community.
When he does them,
Well, yeah, he hasn't done them in a while because he's been focusing on One Piece treasure.
I know this game has been here for a while, but what's the point of the game exactly?
there is no point.
I'm not sure. I never played
I
it.
don't know, it's just a fucking video game.
Because I've seen Zero Fanboy like go all out on this game. Like he's putting streams on it.
Yeah, but at least
It's a
he
fun
knows.
little phone game that people like to play.
Yeah, and it's
Some people
One
think
Piece,
it's
so it's
fun.
like, best of both worlds. If you really like games, I guess. I guess if you're talking about this Bleach game a lot too.
Brave Soul is amazing.
So, One Piece Nation, did you buy the Naruto Ninja Storm 4 game?
I have an entire Let's Play
Wait.
on my channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, you had an entire Let's Play in 5 hours. That's how long it took you to beat the campaign. What the fuck?
I've
That's
seen
short as hell.
the cutscenes and I don't like them, man. Like, I don't like the game.
Believe it.
I've seen the cutscene, like the writing, like the subtitles when the American dub goes on it, like it goes like 3 seconds later, you see the lips are moving, and the actors are not into it.
Well, just get the ending, switch it to Japanese.
The ending for me, they just bullshitted on everything from the manga in this game. They even kept the arms. They kept them black.
They had to. It's a T-rated game because it's slack.
What the fuck, Boy? Let me cut off the arms, man. The arms they're gone. Like fucking, why keep them?
So it's a T-rated game. Cut this some slack, man.
Not to mention that Gara is nowhere in this game. Where
Who
neither
gives
you-
a crap about Gara?
no, he's
What?
not
Gara's
there.
one of
Like,
the best Naruto characters.
At
he's
this
not
point
there.
in the
He's not
story,
there in
all
the
I
game when
care
he
about
grabs
is
Naruto. Like, what the
Sasuke
fuck?
murder each other.
Like, even the part where I'm watching this, Minato has both his arms. I'm like, what the fuck?
You know, the more I read about like Momonosuke, the more I think he could like Kinemon could like not be his real dad.
I think it's his dad, man. I did think that one time, but now I'm thinking, no, it's his dad. It's
Why
gotta be
would he
his
call
dad.
him dad? That's the if someone can answer that question with a good answer,
He
I'll
raised
believe
him.
you.
He's never seen his dad.
Yeah, but
Yeah, who
okay.
did?
Well, even if that was true, what would be the point of that?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because his dad is the shogun.
I don't
Oh,
think
that's
so, man.
that could be interesting. It might not be that he's never seen his dad, but maybe it's like one of those things like where his dad's
Well,
really busy and like Tanjiro is his caretaker.
Yeah, it's
But
like because he is a
that
retainer.
I
would
could
be
get down
weird.
with that.
A retainer
would be-
is
That would be
a
weird
servant.
if you're calling your caretaker dad and your dad is right next to you.
No, it's not even that. Like his
No, he-
dad
he-
would be busy with other shit.
You're his father. This is his
No, like,
father.
He's never
Okay.
around his dad. Like
Yeah, like his dad would be off like fighting or doing whatever the fuck shoguns do. I don't
I
know.
wouldn't do it, man. I wouldn't do. I know my dad's alive.
Listen,
I wouldn't
maybe
go call
doesn't-
somebody else my dad.
Yeah,
maybe
unless-
you're not royalty, bro. You're
Yeah, maybe
Well,
Momo
that's
doesn't even know.
kind of fucked up, but like that's like a way different situation. Like
Yeah, it's like because a retainer is just a servant.
it's like having like a fucking like if you had like a stepdad and you've seen your real dad once in your life.
And it's like they look like they're like his two bodyguards, Kanjuro and Kinemon.
Yeah.
Like
Who's that Sasuke dude?
That is his father. It's his father, Sasuke.
what?
Well, when during mention of ninja, their dad should be Sasuke. That's my logic right now. So people are saying that Kishimoto took a parody of Naruto.
What with you talking about like with
But Raizo, I mean, what are they saying Raizo was a ninja, so what are they saying without his father's like a Sasuke parody?
I don't see that, but say Mont Blanc Usopp. Anyone? I don't know, but yeah.
Wait, like Usopp what?
Yeah, I think they do a throwback review this week. Me and the camera.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But you guys think that when it comes to the Sanji family, that Bellamy might be the brother, and the reason why he. No, I'm just saying the reason why he left because it kind of correlates a bit where he's got a scar. He's got a scar, and said maybe he got the scar from training, and he just left.
Oh, I thought he got it from being such the best.
I'd say yeah, let's save that question for next stream.
All I'm saying is he got that car from being a best. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh.
Huh?
Let's save that question for next stream.
Yeah, we're gonna start it out with that. Do you think Bellamy's scar? What was the question actually?
Let's save that for next stream.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming through though.
All right. See ya.
I'll catch you guys Friday if you guys want to join.
All right.
And
Jane did not evil.
and people in the chat, I appreciate you guys stopping by. As usual, that is greatly appreciated. See Master, Nathan La Company, Kid Otaku.
They do it.
I can't see anybody else, but yeah. All right, y'all. We out.
Thanks, his final villain.